Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
Congratulations to Sandy McDermott as Pierce's Sports Shop Grand Prize winner of the Brown.
Cloudy, windy, and colder.
Warner Cable Communications presents Wadsworth High School Sports. In tonight's boys basketball action, the Grizzlies take on the Highland Hornets. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tony Perry Chevrolet and Pierce's Sports Shop of Wadsworth.
Welcome to the West Gym at Wadsworth High School, where tonight the Wadsworth Grizzlies are hosting the Suburban League rivals, the Highland Hornets. Wadsworth comes into this game with a 6-1 record, 5-0 in the Suburban League, while Highland is coming in with a 2-6-1-4 record. This is Charlie Ackerman, along with my partner Bill Thompson. We'll be bringing you all the exciting action tonight. Bill, what do you think of this game?
Well, I think the Grizzlies will probably be a tough match for Highland, although I understand Highland has improved a great deal over the past couple of years. They've got some great outside shooters. They've got one young man who's scoring 19.3 so far this year, leads Medina County. That's Kevin, how do you pronounce that, Charlie? Yelnick, okay, and he looks to me like he could be a factor. The Grizzlies have a little bit of flu within their team. 2 or 3 of the starters are down a little bit with the flu. However, I think they'll play, so it could be anybody's game. The Hornets haven't played since December 21st, I believe, Charlie. Right. And so they could be a little rusty. Don't know how much practice they've had during this spell. The Grizzlies, of course, have been here just about every day, practicing except Sunday, and they've had a couple games over the vacation. So they may not be, Highland, that is, as sharp as the Grizzlies. We'll just have to see. But it looks like a pretty fair matchup. Size-wise, they're about the same kind of team, and both teams like to run and push the ball up the floor. So it should be interesting tonight.
Well, I see a couple changes in the normal Wadsworth starting lineup right now, Bill. Mike Slatke is in place of Eric Workman, and Pat Pearson is in place of Paul Vargo. Now, Workman and Vargo have had the flu bug lately, so that may be why they're out of there right now. The Hornets are an interesting ball club coming in. That big game they played on the 21st was a big upset over Hudson, and that gave Wadsworth first place by themselves in the Suburban League. So we're going to be watching this game with real interest. That was the first shot by Mark Carlson off the top of the rim, and Highland rebounds.
Yeah, the one factor that may slow the Grizzlies a tad tonight is the fact that they do have the flu bug, and Coach Slatke's used to putting 11 and 12 ball players on the floor, and a lot of times it just wears the other team down a whole lot. So, and I noticed that the Highland team dressed several JVs, so maybe they don't have the numbers. And again, having not played for a few weeks, especially competition, could be a factor also.
One thing to watch out for Highland is that they are a perimeter shooting ball club. They like to go out from around that 3-point range and the long 2-point range. Now, we had a foul on the floor called there against Mark Carlson. So let's see how they cut it. I'm surprised if they go to the line with it. No, they're not. They're taking it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was on Jeff Howard, Charlie. Number 20. Yeah, it was close.
21 with the shot. That's Kevin Yelnick, the leading scorer in Medina County right now, averaging 19.3 points per game. Ball rebounded by Wadsworth.
Jeff Howard shooting, a little short.
He was just inside the 3-point circle that time. It would have been a 2-point shot. Now we get another foul.
Yeah, it should be on Pat Pearson, number 14.
I think you're right.
Kevin Yelnick will probably go to the line there. Let's see if he'll count it as a shooting foul. No, out of bounds.
Okay, that's the second foul on the Grizzlies right now. Highland hasn't got it as we started this the second minute of play in the first quarter. There's a little walking music there.
I believe he stepped out of bounds, Charlie, right there at the edge. I could just see him motioning the sideline, so I think he was out of bounds. We have 6:55. We're in the first quarter if you've just joined us.
He was well outside the three-point circle. There's no question about that. So he could easily have stepped out of bounds with 1 foot. Now there was a force out of bounds. 41, Don Lentz is going to get the foul.
Right now, the referees have set a mood for this game, probably knowing that the Grizzlies like to chase and like to hunt people up, and knowing, maybe having worked the Highland game, that there's a very similar type attitude, they maybe feel they're going to call them close tonight, at least in the beginning stages. So they haven't really had those hammer fouls yet. They really called them very quickly, so could set a standard.
Okay, Howard with the ball, challenges inside to Kaiser, comes back out to Howard. They're going to have to work that perimeter a little themselves from that 1-3-1 zone defense that Highland used.
Mike Slackley a little short with that, but somebody had their hand on it, so that slowed it down just a tad. 6:23. Kevin Yelnick. Yeah, he's moving nicely.
51, Chris Hedrick. This is a shot.
Unusual, Charlie. We haven't got a point yet. Nothing yet. Somebody will break the ice.
Now
maybe.
There's a good chance right there. Nope. Howard shot is there, and Carlson will be called on. No, we're going to call 51 for pushing off, I guess.
I thought maybe Mark was over the back, but that's Chris Hedrick, number 51 for the Highland Hornets.
I thought Mark was over his back too, frankly.
We're at 6:08, yet no score.
We have a kick ball. Grizzlies will keep the ball and keep taking it out of bounds. Highland's kind of lining up in a 2-1-2 right now in defense. Back to their 2-3 now inside.
Doug Beeman's in for Wadsworth, number 52. He replaces Jeff Howard. Turnover by the Grizzlies.
One of the things on there is that we mentioned that Dan Kaiser's had the flu bug a little bit. He looks a little weak out there right now. He may be putting as a charging foul called against number 45, Greg Alver.
That'll make him even weaker if he takes a whole lot of those tonight.
That's true.
He hung in there pretty tough.
Well, this is the first game for both teams back from their vacations, Bill. And right now they're both showing a little bit of rust as far as scoring is concerned. Nice steal by 31. I don't have a 31 in here. Must be Chris Stauffer.
Yeah, it must be.
I'd imagine it would be Dave Stauffer's son. From up at Granger, famous name around the Sharon Township.
Mark Carlson with a three-pointer. Won't drop. Kevin Yelnick.
3 minutes without a
That
basket.
should be, oh my goodness.
Nothing
No
there.
whistle.
Nothing there, and nothing coming out of this. Just a turnover.
A lot of turnovers thus far. Still no score. 4:56 remaining in the first quarter, Charlie.
An interesting game so far. Kaiser takes his shot and finally breaks the net.
Finally, the ice has been broken.
First basket of the night for either team. Dan Kaiser with about a 20-footer. 2-0.
Grizzlies lining up in full court pressure. I think we're going to see pressure all night long.
I'm sure of that. As much as we possibly can. Nice move, nice break of the press there, though. 31.
Well, you know, Charlie, if you watch most games, the early part of the game, if there's a full court press on it, really doesn't affect most teams. It's as they wear down, it seems like, that they give them the most trouble.
Pearson with a 2-pointer.
Boy, and Pat netted that one nicely. It's 4-zip now. Grizzlies are on top with 4:04 left in the first quarter.
Those shots might look like they're coming from the three-point range, but actually they're just inside the three-point circle. So I think we're getting a foul on Kaiser on that one.
Dan Kaiser, number 34. Jeff Howard will come in for Pat Pearson, number 20.
Coach Bill Ritter of the Hornets is telling his team just to settle down and run their offense. There's a little bit of a hurry there on that series.
This is Bill Ritter's first year, is it not?
Second year.
Second year for the Highland Hornets.
Stauffer with the ball.
Oh.
Inside, Kaiser got a team there.
I'll tell you that the officials are not going to let anything happen. I assume they feel there's no way they want to let this thing get out of hand, and so they're nailing them for just about anything. That was kind of a cheapie, I think, Charlie.
Yeah, just a little reaching in. Foul, nothing there. Dave Hewitt comes into the Wadsworth lineup, replacing Kaiser.
They show only one foul for him. I thought he had another one.
It's a second. They announced second. Okay, the ball is off Chris Hedrick. Goes over to the Grizzlies.
We're getting a little half-court pressure now by Highland, a little trapping type setup here. They're going to trap it with the foul or at the mid-court line.
Nice play inside. Sladke with the ball, rolls it across the back of the rim. Carlson takes the rebound.
Nice touch.
Puts it in.
Nice job. Touch by Mark Carlson. I'm having a little trouble with words tonight, Charlie. I'm having a little cold myself, and I'm about 2 octaves lower than normal.
Well, it's to be expected in this kind of weather we've had out here. We've got a heavy fog outside for those who haven't been out. Not a driving day, I'll say that.
Yeah, I thought somebody had stolen Wadsworth when I first stepped out this afternoon, but Grizzlies leading 6-0, 3:08 left in the first quarter. 3-point, oh my, that was almost 4-point range.
Stauffer put that one from downtown.
That was from up by Highland there. Dave Hewitt in. Just not soft. A nice follow by Mark Carlson, but he's going to draw the foul.
And then is he going to get the basket?
I thought I saw him signal the ball. No basket, no way. Coach Sladke sort of disagrees with that. And of course, Coach Sladke's just talking to him nicely right now, but thought the ball should have counted, even though maybe he was over his back a tad. We're in 1-and-1 situation now. This will be the first 1-and-1 for Highland. The Grizzlies have a couple fouls yet to get before they can get into the 1-and-1.
Greg Albert, the line for the Hornets. He's the second leading scorer on the Hornets team, so he should be pretty deadly from this range, and he is.
Yeah, he's averaging 14.1 points per game. So
that's his first. Highland's been a fairly high-scoring ball club, even though their record wouldn't indicate that they've won much. But
well, they're averaging 19-3, 14-1, and 13-1, Charlie, by 3 of their perimeter players, and that's not all that bad.
No. Jeff Howard puts it up.
Doug Beeman.
I'm sorry, Doug Beeman puts it up. I'm out there too, Will.
Kevin Yelnick right there, in 21.
That's Yelnick's first 2 points of the game.
Now the score is 6-4. Grizzlies still up by 2. Jeff Howard in with a shot. Nice 2.
Good.
Jeff Howard doing a nice job in traffic because, boy, there was nothing but traffic there that time. Handled himself really well.
Penetration. The Grizzlies have beaten Highland the last couple of years on a transition ball game.
Nice.
Transition, a little sleep there. That's a second easy layup for Yelnick. And Dave Hewitt is hearing the word. Sladke underneath, in the basket.
10-6, all of a sudden the dry spell's ended, Charlie. It's just up and down the floor for 2 each time. We sat for 4 minutes almost with no score.
4 points in the last minute.
Turnover by Highland. Jeff Howard up the floor.
Reached around on that, tapped it away. Grizzlies across court, inside to Carlson, and Carlson shot.
Nice fadeaway. Nice little fadeaway jump there. 12-6, Grizzlies up by 6. 1:33 left in the first period.
Couldn't have asked for a finer shot in high school ball than that one.
No, that's a tough one to defend against. Nice soft touch.
Okay, the Grizzlies are sending in a wholesale change here. Pearson,
Nettles.
Number 24, Kevin Seaman is coming in.
The coach is going to keep the bench moving tonight.
129, 12-6 lead for the Grizzlies. Yelnick's going to penetrate again.
Yeah, he does. He's got some confidence. He's doing a nice job there. Grizzlies coming right back. He's going to have to make those, though, for Highland to stay in this game. Those bunnies are crucial for them, and, of course, for the Grizzlies also. But
Well, with a little 6-point lead, the Grizzlies can sit outside the 3-point circle and just play a little catch away, keep away right now. Over to Howard. Howard shoots from outside 3, but he misses off the back of the rim. The ball, oh, he gave the ball out of bounds to Wadsworth, and I think Hewitt hit the ball out of bounds.
That's called home court advantage, Charlie.
That's the home court advantage.
59 seconds. Grizzlies still up, 12-6. We're in the first quarter.
The Highland fans didn't much care for it, but the Highland coach didn't complain, so I guess he saw it the same way the referees did.
Well, the refs have set a kind of a tone already. They may not be badgering them too much.
No.
They figure guys that call fouls quite quickly as they have been, they might also
Right.
take it out on the...
Pearson, 2 points.
Yeah, I thought Kevin should have taken that shot. He was in the paint nicely, but he did dish it off, and Grizzlies ended up with a nice 2-pointer.
14-6 lead, 37 seconds left. Highland with the ball, taking the ball out of bounds. Oh, wait a minute. The Grizzlies are going to get the ball out of bounds.
I missed that.
Well, we have a post up here in our way right now. And it's
Post, a wall, and...
I missed that for myself. I don't know who it bounced off of. Looks like a typical inbounds play. It bounced off a white player.
I thought the Grizzlies might work it for one. He's going to his bench. He's a little ticked. He's either coaching somebody or a little ticked because they shot that ball up.
31. Oh, what was that?
I don't know.
Looked
Looked like a takedown for 2 points by Rick Nettles on Christopher, number 31.
That's a roll block or what?
Number 11 coming in for the Highland Hornets, John Clendenning is going to report in here with about 8 seconds, but I don't think he's going to have time.
He's going to make it up. He rolled the ball,
Turn
so
the
he
ball.
will get in. 7 seconds to play in this quarter. 14-6 Grizzlies. And Highland with the ball out of bounds, but Highland doesn't seem to want to take it out of bounds at the moment. Now they got their signal straight. The Grizzlies are not going to allow any long breaks, I wouldn't think. Okay, it's coming down to court, but nobody's going to be down there to do anything with it. 2 seconds on the clock.
A little
Grizzlies
premature. He had more time. There's 5 seconds when he did that, threw that ball.
Well,
Okay.
what
About
age
2
group
seconds
is he?
to go, Charlie.
Well, here comes a long pass to Wadsworth, intercepted by Highland.
Okay, the end of the first quarter, the Grizzlies leading 14-6. And while we have our little bit of intermission, let's hear from our sponsors.
Interesting last minute.
Banner Headline News.
Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These Banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations: Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
Congratulations to Sandy McDermott as Pierce's Sports Shop grand prize winner of the Browns Sport Package.
Pierce's Sports Shop, downtown Wadsworth.
Second quarter play between the Grizzlies and the Hornets. So far, this game is going pretty much the way it probably should have. The Grizzlies are ahead 14-6. No one is really dominating.
Okay, Charlie, I got a big important announcement to get out here sometime before this half. So
All right.
Remind me to get this announcement.
I will do that.
Because we promised some little people.
Okay, that's number 51, Chris Hedrick for Highland with that basket. Very disorganized on defense on that last play, Bill, coming down and setting up, and then they have a 5-second violation turnover to the Grizzlies. That's not what Bill Ritter wanted to see, I'm sure.
Now that gives the Grizzlies quite an advantage here for a 2-pointer. Oops, except for that.
There's a lesson learned that you cannot bounce pass through a zone. 45, Albert with the basket. For the Hornets, you cannot bounce past 10 feet through a zone without somebody stepping in there and picking the ball up.
Only when you're Casper the Friendly Ghost can that work, Charlie. That's probably right. 16-10, second period. Grizzlies are up. Grizzlies getting careless.
Another loss. 31, Stauffer with the ball. Too far, but 21 on the rebound, Yelnick. That's his 6th point of the night, Bill.
He's coming on strong. He's got a
16-12, and the trapping zone is now working for the Hornets.
Well, the Grizzlies showing a little bit of that lackadaisicalness that we saw just a minute ago by Highland, so maybe it's
catching
in the water or something tonight. There's another one.
Another turnover. I would think we're going to have a timeout by Sladkey shortly. 31, Stauffer's basket. Again, he blows that layup shot.
I'm surprised. He's scoring a lot of points for Highland, and he's missing probably the easier shots. Of course, I'm sure he's anticipating somebody clobbering him, but
that's not happening.
It isn't happening, right. We're at 5:54, 16-12. Grizzlies leading by 4.
Okay, the Grizzlies are setting up outside the three-point circle. Pearson from just inside the three-point play. The Grizzlies lose the ball. Out of bounds to Highland. We're seeing Nettles and Carlson coming back in. Pearson and Kevin Seaman going out.
Taking a seat, yep. 5:44, Charlie. The Grizzlies are still hounding.
Hey, that's number 11, Clendenning, and he gets hacked by somebody.
Wrong official made that call, Charlie. I mean, there's just no way that with the back to it and everything else that he should make that call.
Okay,
a little bit overzealous.
That foul was on Rick Nettles, his first of the game. Clendenning will go to the line with a 1-and-1 shot. Hornets put on a little bit of spurt here so far, Bill.
Jerry, cut my headset. Yeah, I can hear everything you're saying.
An interesting standing position. He rolls in the first one for a good one. Gets a second try. Some of the younger Grizzly fans are getting ready for a halftime basketball game. I see they're going behind the big curtain. Get prepared.
Needs a little help there.
Jump ball, possession goes to, I think it goes to Highland.
The Grizzlies look just a little bit out of sync right now, Charlie.
Now.
It's 16-14. Grizzlies are up by 2, and this is about as close as it's been since the beginning. So.
Okay, well, the Grizzlies, of course, haven't played since a week ago. Let's see, that would be Tuesday night they played a week ago, so that means that they've been off for quite a while, too, really.
Paul Vargo and Eric Workman are in the lineup now. We'll see if having that bug has an effect upon them.
Part of the possession play goes to Wadsworth.
You know, it's interesting, Charlie. A lot of times you get sick or something like that, and you're asked to perform in a game. Many times you'll perform at a higher level because you know you're sick, and so you end up pushing yourself, trying to overcome that adversity, and you end up playing a much better ball game. So let's kind of keep an eye on the two guys and see if that does take place.
Nice pass there to Carlson, but he gets trapped down inside, throws the ball away. Good rebound there at 45. Greg Albert knocks it away, but the Grizzlies save it.
They're doing a lot of passing. There's 2 times right there I thought shots should have been taken.
Okay, Howard.
That brings it up to 18-14 Grizzlies, 4:47 left in the half.
Well, I'll tell you, the Grizzlies have let Highland back into this ball game a little bit after getting lax there. Nice pass.
Very nice pass.
But number 43, Darryl Mankey, wasn't ready for that.
He wasn't quite ready for it.
Had to take it through, and I see now we're going to see Stauffer coming back into the ball game, along with number 41, Don Lentz will come back in for the Hornets.
Eric Work with the rebound. Grizzlies press it up the floor.
Largo pass over to Howard. Howard's shot is
just
missed, but he gets fouled. I think the foul was on Mankey, and he's taking a little walk to the bench. Who else is going to go out of there?
Stauffer coming in. Don Linke, number 11. I guess it's Lentz. What did I say, Linky?
No, Linky was the other gentleman that just left.
Oh, I listen to you, Charlie. I get in trouble here. 4:14 left in this first half. 18-14, 19-14, Grizzlies.
Okay, Howard's first shot.
I will say this, that the Hornets have improved over from maybe a year ago or so. Their skill level seems to be much higher than we had seen before. So they're on their way as far as playing well tonight so far.
Okay, Stauffer with the ball, looking for an outlet pass, and he throws the ball away.
Just as I said that, they threw the ball away.
Well, that's the kind of thing that they've done in the past. And you know, I've often thought that it might be a hard thing to build a program up at Highland in basketball. They've been so good in wrestling. And sometimes you think that maybe the wrestling program kind of was overshadowed the basketball operation up there. They've had an awful lot of losing teams in basketball over the seasons.
Well, this is...
but they've been a consistent winner in wrestling.
Yes, they have. They're coming back, though.
Seaman shot missed, but the ball to Workman. Workman tries a hook and misses.
A little slip out of his hand there, I believe. 19-14 Grizzlies, 3:28 left.
Try to penetrate and take the shot himself. Honestly, he's taking the cockeyed shots I've ever seen tonight, Bill.
He's having a little trouble. He's getting nice penetration, just a little off balance when he's shooting, though.
Going to get a foul on number 51, Chris Hedrick, on that one. And Carlson will go to the line.
Nobody really in any kind of foul trouble or even to worry about so far tonight, Charlie.
No.
And I thought maybe we would see that very quickly because of the quick fouls that we saw earlier, but that spread those fouls out amongst different people. So.
Well, too, I think also you've seen the referees have kept the game close enough, and we really haven't had dumb fouls. I mean, we had one by Kaiser that wasn't really a good sock and knock him down foul, but
the kids are smart. They know where they go. It's just like a little kid, you know, he knows how far he can go with mom and dad, and so this is the same thing here. They know how far they can go with the officials, and so they play to that level. Nice touch by Eric there. He almost got a pick off.
Stauffer shows a nice touch with as a point guard handling that ball, but his shots underneath have not been the most artistic things I have seen in a basketball court.
Well, maybe a little more balance on when he gets there. Goes a three-point attempt.
21 by Yelnick. Misses. Ball off of number 41. That's off Don Lentz's hands. The Grizzlies take the ball out of bounds. Yelnick has had his problems so far tonight also, though he has 6 points and leads the Hornets in scoring. He may get his 19, but he's going to go the whole game to get it, I think. Pass the ball just out of bounds. Mike Sladke thinks that the ball should have gone to the Grizzlies.
I think he thought somebody touched it. He might have been right there, Charlie. Might have been a hand sticking out there, but it doesn't make any difference. Referee makes the call. 2:52 left. Good crowd on hand tonight, Charlie.
Yes, there
Probably
is.
one of the better ones I've seen so far.
Well, the Grizzlies have brought a lot of fans out there. It's coming 21. Yelnick with his 8th point. As I said, he's going to have trouble getting 19. He gets 8 of them. That's half. He's halfway there. Okay, Carlson with the soft jumper makes it. That was a nice jump shot. Just nice soft touch.
Very soft. Both boys putting them up nicely there. Yelnick and Carlson. There he goes, looking for the penetration.
Make it 10 for him. He may have a better night than I thought.
Yeah, he's got nice body awareness in space there. He just moved nicely. Kids are going to have to shut him off. They're going to have to take the middle away from him because he's penetrating.
Pass. Vargo's pass across court to Workman. Nobody expected that. Grizzlies lost control, but Vargo picks it up and takes a shot, misses, but he's
almost
fouled.
a dropper. I thought he was never going to get that one off before he came back down. 22-18, Grizzlies up.
Don Lentz wasn't very happy with that call, but I think he's the one that was called on.
We're at 1:55 in the first half. Seems like it's going awful fast.
22-18. Well, they haven't really called that. We talk about the fouls they have called, but Bill, they really haven't slowed the game down. They haven't really stopped it.
No, I think they set the precedent in the first quarter, and that's the kids have backed off a little bit. They know where they can go.
They do it. Vargo misses his first shot.
We've seen some games here where it looks like the guys are beating up on each other. So
Sinks the second. Every point counts tonight. Grizzlies had a little trouble at foul line so far. They missed 3 shots.
This could be a tough one for the Grizzlies. They've got to stop number 21, Mr. Yelnick.
Oh, Lentz took a little walk.
A little music there. He's shooting a three-pointer.
Kevin Yelnick.
23-21 Grizzlies.
And that gives him a nice 13 points for the night so far. 12, nice feed inside the slam feed.
Very nice.
Easy basket.
Very nice play. Grizzlies do see each other. I tell you, they play in a nice rhythm with each other.
Okay, number 45 down to Hedrick. Hedrick's shot is in off the backboard.
25-23. Grizzlies up by 2. 1:13 remaining in the first half. We're going to see some more Grizzlies coming in here in just a second, Charlie.
Pearson with the ball back out to Vargo. I think Vargo's going to try to slow it down a little bit. Set up to get, once again, they're in a 2-3 zone underneath.
Mark Carlson banging away.
Grizzlies aren't getting underneath, Bill, for boxing out for rebound purposes on the offensive board. Yelnick pass off the hands of 51.
Well, he was a little upset that his teammate didn't catch it, but that's a very tough ball to catch. He's moving it and no bounce pass, so if number 51 could have caught that ball, that was Chris Hedrick, that would have been a heck of a 2 points, but that was one of those very tough passes to handle.
Okay, 43 seconds to play, 25-23 to score. The Grizzlies with the ball and the lead. And just about lost that ball. Pearson just had it about taken away from him by Stauffer. Out to Howard.
Highlands have become more aggressive thus far in the second quarter, Charlie. They've kind of got their wings opened up here a little bit. They're giving the Grizzlies a little more...
Okay. Carlson with the ball, looking for someone to pass it off to. Howard comes to him. Carlson from the three-point line with 12 seconds. Play. Standing inside, just inside the three-point line on that. Here's a chance for another two-pointer.
Oh, right at the buzzer.
Carlson shot.
I got to wish Laura Shanklin a happy birthday. She's a 12-year-old here in Wadsworth, and that's from all of her buddies. And while we leave you for a little bit, the Grizzlies are leading 29-23, and we'll be back in just a second or two.
Banner Headline News.
Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These Banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations: Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
Congratulations to Sandy McDermott as Pearson Sports Shop grand prize winner of the Browns Sport Package.
Pearson Sports Shop, downtown Wadsworth.
We welcome you back to the best location in the nation, my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio, and we are about, you may applaud yourself.
Okay, welcome back to the second half. The Grizzlies are leading 29-23. Charlie, give us some first half stats.
Okay, some points for the Grizzlies. Paul Vargo finished the first half with 1 point. Pat Pearson with 4. Jeff Howard with 5. Mark Carlson with 11. Dan Kaiser with 4. And Lance Schladke with 4. For the Hornets, John Clendenning finished with 2 foul shots. Kevin Yelnick, 13 points. 4 each for Greg Albert and Chris Hedrick, and that's the scoring for the Hornets.
The Hornets take the ball out midcourt.
Okay, nice
Mark
block.
Carlson.
Notice that they didn't call anything on that, that, even though there was certainly a lot of body contact.
I thought
Bill.
surely there'd be some walking.
Okay, 14, and now there's a foul, which is a legitimate foul. It was underneath the basket, preventing the basket.
15 seconds into the third quarter, we have a foul.
A shot. Well, I'm not sure there wasn't fouls committed or contact committed down here with all that fooling around on the floor.
29-23. Grizzlies up by 6. Pat Pearson on the line. 7:45 left, third quarter. Looks to be a good game yet, Charlie. No blowouts. So.
Right. Well, the Grizzlies have their starting lineup in there. Pearson, Howard, Carlson, Kaiser, and Mike Sladke. So once again, we're letting the flu bug people rest a little bit. Kay has 2 points.
30-23.
The Grizzlies going to go into a full court press, it looks like right now. Nice pass work down court. He took a walk.
Yep, no doubt. The most common call in basketball today is traveling.
And then in the NBA, the most uncommon call.
The one they don't call in the NBA is traveling.
Okay, the Grizzlies playing with the ball around the perimeter right now. Almost a steal there. Picked up again by Pearson. Getting a little careless out there, I think, with the ball, Bill, right now, the Grizzlies are. Howard with the shot.
Well, you know, last night, Charlie, it's kind of interesting to watch this. I was at the girls' basketball game over at Green last night, and the girls won 51-31. But the game was very close till the beginning of the fourth quarter, and the Grizzly girls finally pulled ahead. But they played a very similar game. It was not bad, but it didn't have a high intensity level. So let's see if the Grizzly boys also are involved with that a little bit today.
Nice steal.
Having been back to school for a few days, sometimes there's a little bit of a letdown. Change of routine, if you will.
Right. Basket by Kaiser. Bill Ritter sees enough and is going to call a timeout. Let's take an opportunity here, Bill, to mention that before tonight's ball game, the Grizzlies honored Merle Nassinger in his life. Dr. Nassinger has been the team physician for Wadsworth for the past 18 years for all of its sports teams, and done a marvelous job, and I think we ought to pay tribute to it.
He certainly has, Ben, and he's also a friend of the community and a friend of the high school.
It was a well-deserved honor.
And on Thursday, they will host the Beer here at the Suburban League flag. Coming to court, the girls.
The Grizzlies are leaving by a score of 33-23. I believe, Charlie, if I'm not incorrect on this, that that's the largest lead thus far of the evening.
10 points, correct. And there hasn't been anything bigger than that. I think that's why Bill Ritter called his timeout. He doesn't want it to get any larger. He sees a few mistakes being made by his young charges, and he's going to go out there and try to stop them quick.
Yeah, as far as shooting's concerned and moving to the basket, both teams have done well, but also both teams have broken down pretty badly so far in their passing game.
And a little bit in their defense, I think, Bill. They aren't sharp on defense, either team at this point. That kind of thing like that. Now, Yelnick with the ball. Going to have to get rid of it pretty soon. Stauffer outside with it. Being harassed a little bit by Pearson. Inside layup, 45. Albert takes the shot, misses. That's the kind of thing that's happened all night. Both Highland and Wadsworth have had some inside shots. They've missed. Could have been, there's another one down underneath who was inside and missed.
Jeff was just a little too far under, I think, the rim, and had to kind of jack that ball off from underneath there.
You just hardly can't make a basket from underneath the basket.
Evan Yelnick shooting again.
Well, behind us here, we've had a little accident.
All kinds of things happening here tonight, Charlie. Oh, nice pass inside.
Nice, beautiful play.
Carlson, yeah, that was very nicely done.
His 13th point of the night. I think a couple of the girls are going into the locker room there to get their injuries taken care of.
35-23 Grizzlies, but I think we're going to have a foul. I believe on Jeff Howard, number 20.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's hard to judge the tempo of this ball game, Bill, but it's kind of like it's a little lackadaisical on both sides.
I think it's coming back after having slept in all for 2 weeks or a week and a half, and your schedule changing. The boys basketball team practiced anywhere from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Stauffer with a shot, misses. Ball off.
The routine has been, changed, and this is the end of that first week back at school. The kids are probably dragging just a tad.
Ball was,
Both teams.
right. Ball was called off Dan Kaiser's hands, so Highland will take it out.
Grizzlies leading by 12, 35-23, 5:32 remaining.
Stauffer has his pocket picked by Carlson. Picks it right back, and Yelnick picks the ball up. Nice pass. Anticipation pass, Bill. Stauffer shot missed.
Some bodies banging around, and it'll be interesting how this one's called.
Tell you, we're at 5:17 in this ball game, Bill, and Chris Stauffer still has yet to score a point, and he's their third leading scorer on the team.
51, that'll be Highland. Chris Hedrick is the person with the foul.
That's his third foul for the evening. If anyone's having a little foul trouble, he might be at this point. Oh, yeah, you're right, Bill. They're not sharp. Their passing's not sharp. You see that?
And I don't think it's not because the Grizzlies haven't practiced, because they have. And it's not because the Highland hasn't practiced, because they haven't.
Right.
But it's just, I think the whole tempo of the week, it's getting back. It's back in the saddle again. Christmas is over.
The holiday break. I think at the end of this one, both coaches will be glad to see this one over, however it comes out. Although Highland's got the rougher schedule right now because they have to come right back tomorrow and play Brunswick, and they're the second best record-wise team in Medina County at the moment, behind the Grizzlies. Carlson with the ball outside. We're playing a perimeter passing game right now. There's no
Get a
real
foul.
effort.
That's right. Number 41 there, Don Link.
Lentz.
Close, Lentz. I'm sorry. He's getting a little fired up. You have to be a little careful. You know?
I think the point is that should be a C. They put a C on the board and it should be a Z.
Oh, L-E-N-Z?
Yes. Our program that we brought here tonight has that spelled L-E-N-C for those who might be Highland fans in the audience.
Daryl Mankey's coming in for Don. Give Don a chance to kind of cool down just a tad. 35-23 Grizzlies. Nice pass into Kaiser. Nice move to the basket.
Going to be hammered. Mankey's foul on that one, I think. 43 rather, gets the call, Daryl Mankey. Kaiser will go to the line.
Grizzlies are up by 12. I feel, Charlie, if they go 15, get it up to around 15, this could end up being a blowout.
That's true.
Because they certainly rely an awful lot on Kevin Yelnick. And I'll tell you, he penetrates so nicely, but he's not getting a lot of other help from the rest of his friends out there.
Right now, the other
Chris
scorers.
Stauffer's helping, but he needs some help out there.
Okay, that's 2 points. Foul line, 36-23, 4:23 remaining. It's a strange ball game. The Grizzlies seem to have a little bit better balance overall in scoring. Albert, who was averaging this 14 points a game, has 4 and hasn't come close to the basket in this quarter. And there's a Grizzly takeaway. Howard with the ball going in for a layup.
Nice follow out.
Gets the rebound.
Grizzlies, one thing we haven't mentioned, it could be also an important factor, Charlie. The Grizzlies have taken a different role tonight, some of the members of that team. Some starting, and they usually come off the bench.
That's true.
And the starters, being under the weather a little bit, are sitting the bench right now and taking advantage of that. So their role has changed. So their combination on the floor has changed a tad.
Okay, now there was an interesting call there, Bill. It was obviously a collision, but apparently before that, the referee saw walking. So the ball just went over to Wadsworth. No timeout taken for a foul or anything, and we're just still rolling along. Carlson shot misses. Howard rebound, misses. Off the backboard to Albert with a rebound.
2 great opportunities to score there.
And Yelnick's going to take it all away, and he does.
They're going to have to get in front of that young man because he's going to score all night long if he wants to.
Nice try for a steal there by Albert, but he missed the ball. Got a little piece of it. Inside to Kaiser.
Nice too.
Layup in there. And I think Bill Ritter wants a timeout again.
Wadsworth number 24.
Grizzlies go up by a score of 41-25. That's 16 big points.
I didn't catch. Well, Menke got his third foul on that one with Kaiser the bench. So the two big guys inside for Highland have foul trouble now, Hedrick and Menke.
I imagine Coach Lasky right now is trying to decide how they're going to stop Kevin Yelnick from penetrating, and that may be quite a job. He really moves nicely the ball, plus he's got nice quickness. The Grizzlies, on the other hand, are playing Grizzly-type basketball now a little bit better. They seem to be watching their passes and trying to create some situations. They're moving the ball inside, too, a little nicer than they were a while ago, so we could see a greater margin here develop in the next few minutes. We have 3:09 left in this third period. The Grizzlies are leading by a score of 41-25.
You might say, look at this in two ways, I think. A lot of coaches do. You have an outstanding scorer in the sense of Yelnick. You let him get his points, but shut everybody else down, which is pretty much what's happened to Highland so far. Or else you try to cut him down and you hope that nobody else picks up the slack. And I think in this case, they may be just going to say, well, he's not going to kill us. With a 16-point lead, Yelnick can get all the points he wants, but our balance is going to beat them if nobody else scores. As I said, Stauffer's their third leading scorer. He hasn't even got a point yet tonight.
Yes,
Albert only has 4.
Yeah, the other two fellows are a long way from their season average thus far, so that may be what, in fact, Coach Lasky has prepared for.
Kaiser makes his foul shot.
42-25, Grizzlies by 17.
Just keep them out of it. Stauffer with the ball across to Albert. Albert brings it down to Menke. Menke has to bring it back out because the ball hit the floor.
Kevin Seaman,
Stauffer.
Grizzlies are back in.
No basket. Stauffer, no basket. The Hornets take the ball out of bounds.
2:52 remaining, third period.
Out to Yelnick. Yelnick's going to penetrate, shoot.
He's going to
get a foul.
Mike Sladke draws that charge.
He bumped the wrong guy there, but the basket then is no good in high school ball. The basket does not count if it's an offensive foul. That's his first foul of the night, so he's not in any trouble at all. But it's obvious he's going to see a lot of the ball from here on out. Kaiser, 2 points.
44-25 Grizzlies, 2:36 remaining in the third period. 19 points right now for the Grizzlies.
Inside, up to Menke. Back out to Albert. Albert shot. He's fouled. The ball went off the front of the rim.
I think Mark would have got away with that, but he backed into him after he came back down after blocking that shot. So that makes it
well,
a little tough to hide that one.
No, you can't hide it. In a case like that, Albert didn't get his basket, so he's going to get a 2-point play instead of a 3-point play out of it. If he makes these shots, he made 2 in the first quarter. He's only, and he misses his first one.
That sometimes goes to play on these young people. They have a season average, and sometimes they feel that they need to continue with that.
Made the second one.
To play their role for their team, and if they're not getting that, they tend to press a little bit.
Okay, number 41, Don Lenz is coming back in for Highland, and Menke is coming out.
Grizzlies putting on that full court pressure as always. Or, I'm sorry, Highland it has been.
Oh, 3-on-1 down underneath. Nice move to get the ball out of bounds by even kicking it out of bounds.
And a nice pass to Mike Sladke. Number 51, Chris Hedrick, was in there to knock it down. Good hustle on his part.
I don't know if the Highland defense may not be set up to stop an inbounds play. They may just decide to let you have that inbounds play. 24, that's Seaman with the shot. Misses. Ball comes off to the Hornets. Seaman steals it off of Albert's knee. Score is 44-26, 2:07 left. Wadsworth bringing the ball inbounds. Doug Beeman checks in for the Grizzlies. Dave Hewitt checks in.
2:06 remaining, third quarter. On the horn.
Laying around the outside. Back out. Good smart move there. 1-3-1 zone defense being played by the Hornets right now. Keeping Kaiser and Hewitt boxed outside. Kaiser's outside with the ball. Steps in, takes a shot, makes it.
Grizzlies starting to shoot from the outside and score
Dan
pretty
is
good.
very hot this period. That's his 11th point of the period.
Grizzlies up at 20. Ooh.
Oh, Sladke's not happy with the defense, but that's the way it goes.
Pick off. Dan Kaiser, number 34 with the hands. 1:22 remaining, third quarter.
I think Sladke wanted a foul call back there, but he didn't get it. It didn't make a difference anyway. They threw the ball away. 1:13. Setting up a play.
They're calling Ohio. That's a particular kind of offensive strategy. If we had Jeff Kissinger here, he could tell us exactly what it was.
What it was. Okay, that's Beeman's shot from the three-point range. Misses off the hands of Seaman on the rebound. Yelnick with the basketball. Misses the play-up on the drive. And it's the Grizzlies' turn to drive. Misses it.
A little too far under.
But Wadsworth recovers.
Dan Kaiser with three. Nope.
Well, Hewitt with the ball.
Back up.
Hewitt's shot
Oh,
is
in and out.
Pearson in and out.
Oh, that'll be a foul.
Hewitt gets a foul.
Oh, he's going to call that a, oh my gosh, intentional. He's gonna, intentional foul. I questioned that just a tad. He reached around him, but the idea was to tie the ball up. It's a little bit incredible, I think.
That may be the only way to end that circus of shooting down there, though. There was a lot of shots.
Grizzlies fired a bunch up, and nothing happened there, Charlie. I don't know. We're at 34 seconds left. It's third period. He squeaks one in there. 46-27 Grizzlies.
Yelnick shooting. Misses the second one. Made the first one. The Highland will take the ball out of bounds.
Kevin Yelnick may be just trying to do a little bit too much for his team tonight.
Might be right now.
And some of the other fellows will need to come to the forefront. Grizzlies are up by 19. When the Grizzlies have this kind of lead, they can be pretty loose and, you know, float through the air like they like to do.
25 seconds to play in the quarter. Stauffer misses another one.
Oh. He went down. I'm not sure he tripped himself or was tripped, but nevertheless, it was a good pass by Kevin Seaman over to his side.
Sladke just shrugged his shoulders on the sidelines of one of his players, and that was it.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Oh, dear, we got a
He's
foul.
got a call on Doug Beeman.
Got a foul called way, way late. 7 seconds to play. And Highland will be taking the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, they only have 3 team fouls in their favor. The Grizzlies have 5.
What do you want to bet me here? It's Yelnick with the last shot.
I would guess.
No, it's Grizzlies with the last shot.
The Grizzlies have it. He just fired that baby into the sky. I don't know exactly. Assumed somebody was going to make a break.
I think Yelnick was down here, was supposed to make the break for the ball, but he threw it too quick, or he wasn't expecting to pass. Somehow he wasn't. Pearson with a shot from the three-point range.
Wow.
Hits it.
Three-pointer. 49-27 at the buzzer. The Grizzlies are leading. While we watch the Grizzlies and the Highland Hornets take a little time out, we'll take a little time out and listen to our sponsors, Tony Perry, Chevrolet, and Pearson Sports Shop.
Well, I don't know what the score is now.
Banner Headline News.
Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations: Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
Congratulations to Sandy McDermott as Pearson Sports Shop Grand Prize winner of the Browns Sport Package.
Pearson Sports Shop, downtown Wadsworth.
Hey, we're back here with Grizzlies leading 49-27. Fourth and final quarter. Grizzlies have the ball out of bounds.
Okay, the Grizzlies made some substitutions again. Paul Vargo is now coming to the ball game for the Bears, along with Eric Workman inside. Grizzlies had possession on the opening of the quarter, so 49-27 to score. We got a foul called on the Highland Hornets. Christopher. Vargo goes to the line.
Paul Vargo shoots 1-1.
Shooting 1-1. He has 1 point for the evening. On a foul shot in the second quarter. As we said earlier, Paul is one of those who's been suffering from the flu. So this is the reason for a lot of these limited service, I would imagine, tonight.
Well, they've gotten along pretty good without the services of the kids that are not feeling so well, but they usually play 11 or 12 people anyhow, so it's a...
Vargo from the three-point range, but he only gets 2.
He only gets 2. That's amazing.
I thought he was outside when he took off, so I must have been standing on the line. Albert with a shot from the foul line makes the basket.
51-29 right now, 7:18. We're in the final 4. We got an out of bounds there on the ball, I think.
I believe you're right.
Right on the line, Charlie.
On the pass.
18, 19, let's see, Charlie. 22 points, yeah. I was just thinking.
Right through Hedrick's legs.
Yeah, they're starting to self-destruct. Now, I see some JVs coming in right now.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if I even have him on my list. I don't even have a number 13.
Yeah, he played in a JV game, and I think number 25 may also.
Well, 25 is Jason McFadden. Number 13, I don't have a count. So whoever he is, I'm sorry, but he's not on our list. Sorry that anybody's missed it. They missed it. 32 with the basket. Harry Workman misses. Rebound to Highland.
There he comes again. They're going to get it on Paul Vargo. Rick Dennels and Mike Slatke coming in the lineup for Dave Hewitt and Doug Beeman.
The Grizzlies have played just about everybody on the bench tonight, with the exception of Brett Ramsey. Ramsey is out with an injury, or an ankle injury, and I saw him earlier coming into the gym. Although he's here and dressed, he was hobbling on the way in, so that ankle injury suffered in the Worcester game still hasn't healed yet.
No, I think we'll see him by the next game, though. I think he'll be back in the lineup.
Yelnick gets the first one.
How many is that for him tonight,
17.
Charlie? 17.
2 points away from his average. And that makes 18.
51-31.
And that's a bad pass.
That almost went down to Doylestown, Charlie. Grizzlies gonna put some sights on that thing.
Now Jim McMahon couldn't have thrown anything better than that. Either could Bernie Kosar or any of the rest of them.
6:53. We're in the final 4th period.
Yelnick shot. Oh, close to the jump. Leaving his feet. Nice play. Offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
On Yelnick. Yelnick penetrates very well to the basket, Bill. He may be the best penetrating guard or player I've seen this year.
I've been watching a little bit the Highland kids responding to their coach, and I've seen a couple of them looking over a little bit disgusted, like maybe there's a little bit of not ill feeling, just maybe frustration coming out.
Well, I couldn't blame him for that at this stage. Slatke inside.
Ooh, back up. Oh,
Seaman inside.
Oh, got a piece of him that time.
And Workman inside. 3 shots, no baskets, and 1 foul.
Little foul here. We go 31-51. Grizzlies up by 20. 6:29 left. Eric Workman will be on the line.
Eric Workman will shoot clear.
This would be Workman's first chance for getting scoring tonight. He misses his first shot. You can tell he's had a little problem with the flu also, I think. This is the second one. Highland bringing the ball down court. Once again, I don't know number 13's name, so take our chances. Steven with the ball.
Grizzlies are on the run. Nice pass. Paul Vargo.
Vargo
He'll get a charging foul.
Yep. And he's going to argue a little with
charge.
the referees, but ain't going to do him any good.
Chris Hedrick, number 51, is going to come back in the ball game for the Hornets.
Foul, player control foul, number 12, Paul Vargo.
Jason McFadden out. 6:13 remaining. 51-31. Still 20-point buffer by the Grizzlies.
Nice play here, and I think Yelnick's going to pin it.
Oh, he did. I thought he was going to take it all the way.
He's going to pass off to Don Lenz coming in, but they picked the pocket of the pass. 24, Seaman misses from the corner.
Pull the string on that one just a tad, Charlie. He's going to get him for traveling. Both officials were dying to call that one. He didn't even hit the ground before they had that one called.
Well,
I'm sorry, buddy. You're traveling no matter if you are moving or not. We got to call this one. 5:57 left. 51-31.
Well,
the Grizzlies are fired up.
Sometimes I think referees also want to see a game in, so they kind of let things up, but they weren't going to have to. They'd had to call that Yelnick basket.
Jeez. That's probably at least the third bunny he's had trouble with, Charlie.
Well, I'm not sure if somebody didn't take a piece of the basketball, although they didn't call any fouls, so evidently it was a clean hit. Down here, again, I'm standing up so I can see the baseline. It's a little hard to see it from where we're at. They played the baseline a little bit tonight. On this north side of the gym, over around to Hedrick. Hedrick looking to pass it to somebody, gets it to Lenz. Lenz out to 13, whoever, sorry, Mr. on the name, but number 45, Greg Albert gets the basket.
They're in that half-court trap. Grizzlies broke that easily.
No problem taking up court. Nettles in the game for the Grizzlies, controlling the play
Grizzlies
right
are leading
now.
by 18, 51-33. We're down to 4:59. Eric Workman into the paint and two.
That's his first basket of the night.
A little redemption there after those fouls. I'm sure he feels a little better now.
Well, I hope so.
That has a tendency to clear your sinuses a little bit. Ooh.
Nice shot to number 45, Greg Albert. That's his 11th point of the night. He's getting up there right now. Well, Workman and number 51 have collided a little bit. The referee stopped the play.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to leave Paul or Eric in very long. There's no sense in letting them get worn down any more than they are. Just get out there and let them play a little bit and feel like a part of it, but you know. Grizzlies have a little trouble inbounding. Woo.
Oh,
that was a long 5 seconds. I know. I thought it was going to get called. Grizzlies are pumping that ball around the horn. That's great. Rick Nettles with a shot.
No basket.
Somebody's cleared out in there.
And
I think number 45.
Albert, I think is going to be called. While we have a break here in the action, we might mention that the Grizzlies will be home next Tuesday night to host the Cloverleaf Colts, arch rivals from over in Lodi. Oops, that was on the Grizzlies, on Carlson, so the Highland will be shooting the foul. Then the boys are going to take a trip down to Hudson on the 13th. That's next Friday night. Come back home on the 20th. Then the girls' games next week. On the night of the 10th, the girls will be at Barberton. On the 12th, they're going to be hosting the Revere Minute Men here.
Minute Women, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that. 41. That's Don Lentz, that's his first basket, first point of the night, rather.
Grizzlies leading 53-36 with 4:21 remaining in this ball game.
So we'll have 2 ball games we're going to be doing from here next week.
Grizzlies up by 16 now.
Oh, nice try for a steal there. Well, let's see where the wrestling team is at next week while we're out doing this. On the 11th, they're going to be hosting the Cloverleaf Colts here.
That should be a good matchup, according to Coach Kremuglia.
34.
Should be a good matchup.
Dan Kaiser with the basket. And on the 18th, on the 14th, they'll be hosting Norton. And then on the 18th, they're going to host the Highland Hornets in what is going to be a big, big wrestling match here in this arena.
That'll bring some fans. It always does.
Fouls on Martin Carlson is 4.
55-37 right now. Grizzlies are still leading. Mark Carlson draws his 4th one. Kevin Yelnick to the line.
Yelnick shoots 1 and 1.
Might mention a couple of other sports that we have going here at the high school. On the 13th, on the 7th, tomorrow, the Grizzlies will be at Canton at the Timpton Relay. That's the swim team. They'll be hosting Copley on the 13th. The gymnastics team will be hosting, they'll be at Rittman on the 9th. And they'll be at Brecksville for a triangular with Brecksville and Strongsville on the 11th, I'm sorry.
Gee, Charlie, that covers about everybody, doesn't it?
That gives them all a shot. We don't often talk about the gymnast and the swim team, so I think we ought to mention them at least once this season.
Oh yeah, they do a great job, and they're doing very well this year. 4:01 remaining.
55-38. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kaiser, who picks it up, hands it to the referee.
Highland kids are kind of a little fire lit all of a sudden here, and they've been playing pretty good ball.
Now Kaiser deflected that one right into the hands of his teammate Mark Carlson. He has to slow it down and bring the ball back outside. Howard back out to Nettles. Nettles acting as point guard. Carlson from outside the 3-point circle. No basket, but Howard with a rebound. You know, it's an amazing thing with me. Bill Howard is not the tallest man out there, but he gets his share of rebounds in a ball game.
Yeah, all of our kids can jump. I was saying that the other night while I was sitting in the stands. You guys were broadcasting the Worcester game.
Greg Albert.
That brings it to 57-40, by the way. Grizzly leading by 17. That the 6'7" boy from Worcester, none of our kids were out-jumped by any of the kids from Worcester, including the 6'7" individual. So our kids can sky. They know how to get up in the air.
There's a steal on a pass caused mostly because they got tangled up in the middle of the floor.
One thing that the Grizzlies do that a lot of other basketball teams don't do, our Grizzlies pump iron during the whole winter basketball schedule, at least 2 times, sometimes 3 times a week. So some of the kids that are maybe come into the season a little weaker, or those kids have been lifting the off season, they continue to have the strength that they started out with. So when they do some jumping, our kids can get up there with the best of them.
Howard certainly can. He's what size there? 5.
I think he's about 4'11", isn't he?
He's 6 foot even in the program.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure he's 6 foot.
Depends on how you look at him. From up here, he looks like 6 foot.
We'll give him credit for being that anyway.
Just depends on where you're watching him from, Charlie. The boy from Worcester didn't look like 6'7" the other day. But had I been standing by him, maybe he was. But our kid's hands were right up there with his, and many, many times they were above his. So
depends on whether you want to look up. Or whether you look at him eye to eye.
57-40. We're down to 3:05 remaining. Grizzlies have a 17-point command in this game, and it looks like it's going to be all Grizzlies. So I think the Grizzlies will probably slow the tempo just a tad, don't you think?
I would think it'll be a lot of perimeter action out here now, just getting the ball. Except for a pass like that, which is a steal by Albert. Albert makes it in, misses the shot. Yelnick tip in, misses. I wouldn't think Yelnick would miss many of those.
No, he had a good clear shot. I was waiting for a
He's going to
whistle.
try to steal it. Missed it. Then to Hewitt. Hewitt. Jump ball. I haven't seen a jump ball called this year. Grizzlies possession on the possession play, I guess. Oh, I don't know about these 5-second calls tonight.
Oh.
Slavky missed the layup.
Grizzlies keeping it alive.
Outside Nettles just feeling around with the ball outside.
2:31 remaining. Grizzlies up by 17, 57-40. Ooh.
20, Howard with the ball, shot, rolls it in.
Oh,
Whoa.
my goodness.
One's going to go.
Dance on that rim ball. Holy mackerel, it dropped. Somebody took the lid off. 2:11 left.
Well, somebody, yep, we're going to have a timeout called by the Highland Hornets. Bill Ritten's going to clear his bench, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe.
I saw him. It's either get up, guys, or you're all going in. I'm not sure what.
Well, I think it's get up, guys, at this point.
I'm not sure what you say with 2:07 left, Charlie. You're down 19, but you know you're building as you're coaching here, and maybe he wants to make sure they don't feel like they're getting the worst end of this. That they played well and so forth. So maybe he's giving it time to encourage. I don't know.
Well, as I say, Bill, I'm kind of surprised with a couple of developments tonight. Number one, Stauffer still has not got a point in this ball game. When you talk about your third leading scorer being held scoreless through almost 4 quarters here.
Yeah, as we said earlier, he's
that hurts your
averaging
offense.
13.1 points
you
per
take
game.
that 13 points, and then it's a close ball game.
Yeah, that's surprising. So maybe Dave Sladke's strategy was to let Kevin Yelnick go ahead, or Yelnick, whichever it's pronounced. I heard the public address announcer, Dick Manful, pronouncing Yelnick. So if we've been wrong, please forgive us.
Well, Yelnick has 18 points, whereas Albert already now has 8 and 5 is 13 points.
Well, maybe that
he's getting up to his average too.
Excuse me, Charlie. Maybe that's what they've tried to do, is let him go somewhat and really try to shut down the other 2 weapons of the Highland Hornets.
Well, that's pretty much what happened up in Copley, if you'll remember. Copley has 2 great shooters, and the Grizzlies knocked them off from an unbeaten season. They were unbeaten at the time because only 2 guys did any scoring. That was Yelnick's basket. That's 20 points for the senior from the
59-42 should be the score. I see 59-40, but I could be incorrect. The Grizzlies still up by 19.
I don't know.
Little
42.
pickpocket
Now
here.
it's up to 17.
He's going to go all the way.
Yelnick, just a layup.
Hewitt. Oh my God. That was an NBA there. That was all NBA, man. 122.
Yelnick.
Oh.
Charging foul. Going to be called on him.
He's going to be a little unhappy with that. Doesn't make any difference, because once it's called, you might as well forget about it. It's hard to do. Kevin Ryan coming in for the Grizzlies.
I have to laugh over Hewitt's move there. He must have taken 3 steps to get to the basket, then never bothered to shoot.
There was some travel music there.
Back outside.
119 left, 59-42 Grizzlies. Grizzlies inbound. Grizzlies going to get some heat now, probably. Highland will probably have to go foul. I don't know if there's any real reason to. He did it again, Charlie.
There's a steal. Steal back, but it's going to go out of bounds and go over to Highland. The Alva's going to take the ball out of bounds. I noticed one thing. They're using Yelnick on the point on that 1-3-1 defense, and they must have a lot of faith in his fast break ability, and certainly he's had fast breaks tonight. That may be why, since he is a scorer, they get that fast break going. Back outside, out here to 41, Don Lentz into Yelnick. Yelnick's shot misses.
We're down to 42 seconds. 59-42 Grizzlies, 17-point.
If everybody does what they should do, there won't be any fouls, but it depends on what will happen here. Just keep passing the ball. I don't know why we shot that.
I'm not sure.
However, practice they can use. All the kids can use all the practice they can get shooting.
20 seconds.
Okay. Comes around inside, number 13.
Ooh, nice job blocked by Hewitt.
Back out to Beeman. Beeman's going to put it up and in. That's his first 2 points of the night.
61-42, down to the end, and he fires it.
All game.
Nothing. Final score, Grizzlies 61, Highland 42. Charlie, give us some wrap-up.
All right, let's take a quick look at the stats here. Paul Vargo finished tonight with 3 points. Pat Pearson finished tonight with 9 9 points. Jeff Howard finished with 7. Mark Carlson finished tonight with 15. Eric Workman with 2. Danny Kaiser with 17 points. Doug Beeman with 2. Mike Slatke with 6 for the Hornets. John Clendenning finished with 2 points. Kevin Yelnick, 20 points. Don Lentz, 1 point. Greg Albert, 13. Chris Hendrick, 8. That's the scoring, Bill. You notice again, Stoffer scored no points, third leading scorer.
Well, that certainly had to hurt their efforts tonight. Well, Charlie, because of my cold and because we're talked out and people are tired of hearing us, I think we better wrap it for another Grizzly game. So this is Bill.
30s on Wednesday. At 9 o'clock, skies were variably cloudy over Ohio, clear in the northwest and partly cloudy to cloudy elsewhere. Radar continued to show snow activity over northeast and east central Ohio, decreasing in coverage. Scattered areas of snow are now located in these regions and moving southeast at 30 miles an hour. Temperatures range from 20 degrees with flurries at Youngstown to 33 and cloudy at Chesapeake. Cleveland was mostly cloudy, 23. Mansfield was partly cloudy, 23. Flurries at Columbus, 28. Toledo was clear, 22. Akron, Canton, snow flurries, 22 degrees.
Warner Cable Communications presents Wadsworth High School Sports. In tonight's boys basketball action, the Wadsworth Grizzlies host the Field Falcons. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tony Perry Chevrolet and Pierce's Sport Shop of Wadsworth.
Wadsworth High School, where tonight the Wadsworth Grizzlies will host the Field Falcons in a Suburban League game. For the first time around, the first meeting between these two ball clubs, the Grizzlies handled the Falcons by 40 points. This technically does not take into account the contest between the league-leading Grizzlies and the last-place Falcons. However, I'm sure that Whitey Frunty, the coach of the Falcons, remember that game and instilled in his players tonight the desire to come out and do a lot better against the Bruins. The Grizzlies had a good night the night they played that field, and I'm expecting the same type of performance tonight. Right now, they're introducing the players. We're now listening to 5 introductions of the Grizzlies before the game starts. Okay, we're back here for a moment from the studio here. There really isn't going to be much that we can say about this ball game ahead of time. Field has not had a very good season this year. As I say, they are fighting it out for the basement of the Suburban League, while the Grizzlies hold a one-game lead after last week's defeat by Hudson on top of the Suburban League. So if this thing is anything less than the rout that the first game was, I'd be terribly surprised. However, never know in the game of basketball, and we're going to be watching a field that I'm sure has improved since that first game. It was, I believe, their third game of the season when Wadsworth played them, and it was Wadsworth's second game. So the one thing that's certain is that the game should be a little smoother, more smoothly played. The Grizzlies take the opening tip-off, and already, Mr. Prunty, the coach doesn't appreciate the method which Wadsworth took command. Okay, the ball's over to Mark Carlson. He takes his first shot. 2-0 Wadsworth. 7:40 to go, and already Richard Prunty, the coach, is up as the Grizzlies go into a full-court press. This is something that Field had a lot of trouble with over at Field. And I would anticipate this will be the same way tonight. Although they have gotten across, there's a turnover right off the bat. Number 20, Dan Buckeye, is taking a little walk. Field, Grizzlies inbound. Paul Vargo has the ball, working against the double team. Over to Howard, into Workman, Workman over to Carlson. Carlson has the same shot from the left side. A moment ago that he made, and missed it. Possession will go on this jump ball to Field Falcons, since the Grizzlies controlled the opening tip. Ball down in the corner to number 12, John Smith, taken away. Brought up court by Paul Vargo. Nice bit of dribbling there by Paul. Just tried to get the ball inside to Dan Kaiser, and Smith stole it back. So there's a turnover exchange between the 2 point guards, both wearing number 12. Field in the red jerseys, Wadsworth in their home white tonight. Inside to number 30. That's Brian Pesho for the Falcons, and he's hammered inside. First foul on Dan Kaiser. Two-shot foul for Pesho at the line. Okay, the first one goes off the front of the rim. Grizzlies still hold a 2-0 lead. Pesho's second shot is in. 2-1. 6:42 remaining. Jeff Howard being double teamed. Gets the ball across to Kaiser. Kaiser to the corner to Eric Workman. His pass goes astray from Mark Carlson. Taken by John Smith, who makes a layup on a fast break. How many John Smiths there are in the world, I'd like to know. But number 30, Mark Carlson, is second basket of the night. 4-3 lead, Wadsworth. But we have at least one of them playing ball here tonight for us. The ball gets kicked out of bounds by Paul Vargo accidentally, but the ball will come over to stay with Field's possession. I understand coming over tonight there isn't really much of a crowd here tonight from Field. I understand partly because of a major accident on the Kenmore Freeway, and the weather we've had tonight, I'm amazed they're getting this ball game in. Vargo stutter stepped and took the pass off to Jeff Howard. Howard's shot is in. Nice little shot from the sidelines, about 20 feet. Inside the 3-point play circle there. So it's a 2-point count. 6-3 lead. Grizzlies out 5:36 to play. Number 44 tried a backhand shot there. Mike Stoops missed it. Foul will go against the Bears. This time against Eric Workman. And Stoops will go to the line to shoot 2. This is his first one. Goes off the back of the rim. Setting up to get his second. And he puts it in. Same kind of problem Field had over at Field. They couldn't make their foul shots. Shot a dismal little 17%, I understand, from the foul line over there. Well, Coach Dave Sladke detected something down there that he didn't appreciate. He just yelled some instructions to his ball club about passing where they were supposed to be going on the floor, I guess. John Smith with the ball inside the Stoops. Stoops puts it up on a layup. 2 points for the Falcons. Ties it up 6-6. 5:06 remaining. Richard Prunty, I think, is trying to slow the ball game down from Field's point of view. That's Jeff Howard with the shot. Rolls around the rim. Out. Eric Workman gets that basket. Puts Wadsworth back in front. Fast break attempt to John Smith, but he's not going to be able to make it on the fast break. But he did have a nice turnaround jumper there from about 10 feet out. Grizzlies get 3-on-1 down here, but number 20 breaks it up. Dan Buckeye got that ball out of bounds, bring up the fast break effort. Number 22, Brian Joyner, is going to come into the lineup for the Falcons. The Grizzlies take the ball out of bounds under their own basket. Fargo to Howard. Howard over to Carlson. Carlson takes it from inside that three-point circle. 2-point play again. Mark Carlson's got a hot hand from the crease right now. Fargo's harassing the Dan Buckeye. Turnover, Grizzlies ball. Just the layup. Dan Kaiser on the rebound, gets the basket, and he's fouled. They were going to the foul line. Earlier tonight, the Wadsworth JVs took about a 10-point victory over the Falcons JVs. Avenging a loss that they suffered over at Field. Field's got a nice JV team. Their younger players seem to have a great deal of promise in them. Danny Kaiser hits his foul shot. Ball goes down court, down to Greg Muncie working in the corner. He gets a block on a shot by number 30, Brian Pesho. The Grizzlies pick the rebound out of the air and come down court with it. Nice speed pass in to Howard. Howard takes a little 10-foot shot. Rebounded by Eric Workman for the basket. That's his 4th point of the evening. Grizzlies double teaming. Field can't seem to handle that press. I think we're going to have to work it out here very quickly. 20. Jeff Howard on the layup off that press. And Coach Dick Prunty gets his timeout on the floor very quickly. And he just yelled and yelled at his players right now, letting them know his displeasure with their floor play. It's going to be kind of interesting. My partner, Bill Thompson's not here this evening, so I'm going to be handling this ball game all by myself. And I'm trying to keep stats as well, so you'll have to bear with me on the statistics at the end of the game. They may not be quite accurate. Coach Prunty is sort of reading the riot act down in the huddle right now with this squad. The Grizzlies have picked up a quick 17-8 lead after it was tied 6-6 a moment ago. There's 3:25 remaining in this quarter. So the Grizzlies have pretty much done what they did over at Field. They jumped out to an early lead and they just kept building on it all night long. There is a good Wadsworth crowd here tonight, I must say, looking up at the stands. And I would imagine that the weather held down whatever contingent of fans Field would have sent over here this evening. But at least the Wadsworth fans are turning out for their home ball games. And those who will be watching this later tonight, I might remind them that the Grizzlies are going to host the Akron Central Howard Eagles tomorrow night. The game will start around, I believe, 6 o'clock, and it might start, the JVs might be 6:30. Number 32, Greg Muncie with that basket for the Falcons. Senior 6-year That was a shot by Kaiser's basket. Gives him 5 points for the evening. Now we're going to have Kaiser's going to pick up a quick second foul. This is something that he did over at Field also. The game and field was a very interesting contest. There were about 6 players fouled out of the game. Everybody played at least 6-7 minutes of the contest. People who haven't gotten into the game since got in over there. Eric Workman comes up. Brett Ramsey checks in for the Grizzlies. Mike Slatke checks in for the Grizzlies. And Paul Vargo picks up a quick foul in the inbound plays. That's 4 team fouls against the Bears. The next team foul will be a shooting foul. Pat Pearson's in for the Bears right now. Number 20, that's Danny Buckeye, misses a shot, rebounded by the Grizzlies. Paul Vargo bringing the ball up court. Going to penetrate for a beautiful feed off number 14, Pearson. He lays the ball in. Ball took a little jump around the net, but it went in. Now they sandwich. Vargo's going to get his second foul, I think that is tonight. We'll have to check the score. It's his second. And this is rapidly building into another game like the game of field where everybody was in foul trouble. Okay, number 52, Doug Beeman coming in for the Bears. He replaced Vargo. A 1-on-1 shot for number 22, Brian Joyner. Sinks his first. We'll get the bonus. Makes the bonus. Score is now 21-12, Wadsworth. 2:21 to play. In the first quarter, Pearson's pass is knocked out of bounds by Joyner. Beeman will inbound the play. Probably Pearson is standing out here all by himself. And once again, Joyner kicks the ball out of bounds. Stopping play, and the Grizzlies will once again take it in with Beeman handling the inbounds play. The Grizzlies moving underneath. Out to Pearson, outside. Right now, field is sitting in a 2-3 zone, and the Bears' pass is picked off there. And Coach Dave Slatke's not happy with what he has seen right there. He's now letting his players know his displays are on the floor. But it was a nice block down deep underneath. Carlson with the ball. Gets a shot away, misses a shot. Rebound by Ramsey and in. That's his first 2 points of the night. 1:37 remaining. 23-12 to score. Brian Joyner with the ball. Now it's John Smith with the ball for the Falcons. Falcons are forced to work a lot of perimeter play. The Grizzlies defense is giving them a lot of trouble right now. Inside to Joyner, takes the shot, misses, rebound. Number 44, Mike Stoops. I'm sure that Coach Slatke would have liked to have that one back today. Well, the coach is now on the referee. That is, the field coach is now on the referee here. I would imagine he took a technical over a while, or rather he tried to take a technical over the field and couldn't get it. Pat Pearson with the ball, and he's going to be charged with a charging foul. 47 seconds remaining. Kevin Seaman checking in for Mark Carlson. And Brett Ramsey checks out in favor of Dave Hewitt. This is the first game back, I believe, for Ramsey after injury an ankle injury against Worcester over the Christmas holidays. So he may be a little bit rusty on the floor game right now. Shot by John Smith. Smith's shot is out and wide of the basket. Pearson with the ball after a Slatke rebound. Dave Hewitt with the ball. Okay, Pearson setting it up, setting the play up. Seaman into Hewitt. Hewitt to Slatke inside, muscles it up, and he's fouled by number 44, I believe. See who he charges it to. He charges it to Mike Stoops. 16 seconds to play. Slatke will go to the line. And it will be a two-shot foul. He puts in the first one. And the second one. Grizzlies take it 25, 14 lead, 16 seconds to play. Try a fast break, beautiful block. I don't think he got anything but basketball, but the referee says he got more than that. Dave Hewitt will pick up a foul here. Stoops will go to the line. The referee said he got more than just the ball, but it sure looks like a perfect block to me from up here. Stoops will shoot two. This is the first one. Takes the second one. Grizzlies have the ball inbounds. 12 seconds to play. 25-15 is the score. Pearson's pass is taken away once again by John Smith, knocking it away from him. It's going to be a replay. This one's going to be taken. Just a floor game there. So with the score 25-15, let's take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Banner Headline News. Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations: Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet, Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet, Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet, Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
On the 19th, 20th, and 21st of January, Pierce's Sports Shop will be holding their before inventory sale. Help Pierce's reduce their inventory by taking advantage of 25% off their stock. Some restrictions may apply.
Okay, we're back live here from the Grizzly Gymnasium. One of the things that happened at the break was the coach from field took a chance to have a few words with one of the officials in the game right now. That was a shot by Kevin Seaman that he missed. Grizzlies trying their best to get their hands on the ball, triple teaming, but they're going to have a foul call on, see which one of the 3 picks it up. It's on 42, David Hewitt. That's his second. No, they called it on somebody else, on Doug Beeman. Called that his first foul. I thought I saw the official holding 4 and a 2 up there, but I was wrong. Number 20 takes the first shot. Dan Buckeye misses his first shot. Grizzlies rebound on a 1-on-1 play. Bringing the ball up court is Doug Beeman. Around the perimeter, Pearson, back to Beeman. Back to Pearson, he's going to take the shot. The same shot that Mark Carlson had a few moments ago, but it doesn't fall. Beal takes the ball out of the air, comes down with John Smith, going to take a 3-pointer. Misses, hits in front of the rim. Number 32, Greg Muncie on the rebound. Grizzlies on a fast break, gets hammered. Doug Beeman goes to the floor. Foul was on Dan Buckeye. Doug Beeman is over the line. The Grizzlies are going to make some changes here. Stevens coming out. Kaiser and Workman are coming back in. Hewitt's going out. And shortly, I think Doug Beeman is going to be replaced by, I think Jeff Howard sitting on the bench waiting for him to shoot his foul shots. He got his first one. It's a 2-shot foul. And second one. The Grizzlies rebound. Eric Workman with the ball. And he's fouled underneath the basket. Workman will go to the line. This will give Howard a chance to check in for Beeman. They call it a two-shot shooting foul, so Workman will get 2 efforts at the free throw line in the second quarter. This is his first one. Changes his stance a little bit in the circle. And this is the second one. Bounces around the rim but won't drop through. Field will take the rebound. Got the ball inside, but they lost it on a bad pass by John Smith. And that ball is off Eric Workman's foot. Out of bounds to the Field Falcons. Grizzlies coming back right into their well, they're dropping out of their press a little bit here. They're just keeping a little harassment on the ball right now. Number 32, that is Greg Muncie, and he gets hammered, makes the basket, should be good. And he should get a one-shot effort at the line. Fouls on Slaggy. Ramsey and Vargo are getting prepared to come back into the ball game. 26-19 is the score, 6:46 to play. Grizzlies have, we have only 1 point in the second quarter so far. Muncie got his foul shot. Vargo with the ball in bounds. Workman down to Ramsey. The pass taken right out of the air from number 20, Dan Buckeye. Grizzlies have had a little problem getting the ball on their passes tonight, trying to hit their open man and getting the ball where they want it to go. That's about the only thing they've had a problem with so far. Number 40, that's Chris Saul. I don't know if he's any relation to the Sauls that went to Wadsworth High School or not, but if he is, he's got a fine athletic family there. Let's him the ball around to John Smith. Smith taking a three-point try, but he misses. Ball out to Vargo on the fast break. He's going to penetrate and try and pass off the inside to Eric Workman, who gets hammered as he goes up for the layup. He's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Workman got that one to the side of the head, I think. John Smith picks up the foul. Smith comes out to rest. He didn't come out of that too much better for wear either. He was holding his stomach as he came out. So Workman hits his first foul shot. This effort. And misses the second. The ball coming off to Muncie. Tries to get the ball down court in a fast break to number 20, Dan Buckeye, but the ball is knocked out of bounds by the Bears. Field will inbound under their own basket. They can avoid all the cheerleaders and all the cameramen and all the referees and police that are down in that end zone. Ball knocked out of bounds again from the Grizzlies, still coming inbound from the end position. Number 44, that's Mike Stoops coming back in for Field. Number 30, that's Brian Pescio checking out. Number 20 with the ball, that's Danny Buckeye. Buckeye around to number 32, Greg Muncie. And Buckeye takes a shot, puts it in, just off the top of the tee. Grizzlies are being double teamed in the corner. Paul Vargo had a little problem there getting an open man. Fortunate 5-second thing was not called. To Howard. Howard takes a shot from the side and puts it in. That ball, that basket rather should count. He should get a one-shot foul out of it. Danny Buckeye picks up the second foul. basket. We're going to have a replacement coming in. Number 22, Brian Joyner, rejoins the Falcon field out on the floor. Number 20, Dan Buckeye, is checking out for the moment as Coach Richard Prunty makes some explanations to him, what he wants him to do. Number 10 is in there, Richard Fox, for the Falcons. Once he can't hold the ball, and he just took our cameraman out down on the far side. I hope we got a good shot of that. Grizzlies inbound the ball. 5:16 remaining, 30-22 to score. Nice pass underneath, and Pet Ramsey gets hammered down here. Field is having a problem underneath the basket. They just keep fouling the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies aren't getting the three-point play if they're getting 2 shots at the foul line every time. Ramsey will take 2 efforts here. Nothing but net on his first one. And nothing but net the second time around. Some more changes. Ramsey goes out. Mark Carlson checks back in for the Bears. And now I think the Grizzlies are going to come back into their full-court press. They set up the press down here anyway. Fox with the ball, working on Howard. Howard, he almost throws the ball away. Howard and Vargo working on number 22. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Eric Workman. Will remain for the Field Falcons. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Number 12, John Smith, and number 20, Dan Buckeye, checking back in for Field, along with number 30, Brian Pescio. We have the starting lineup back on the floor for the Falcons. Inbounds to Buckeye. Working on Paul Vargo. Now double teaming the ball handler. Danny Kaiser's out front now. Inside to 44. Mike Stuber with the basket. That ball came off another player's hands, and he was in the right place at the right time. And that is a bad Grizzly pass right there that got taken away. Number 20 is taking the shot as Danny Buckeye tried another three-point play, got nothing. We're getting a little ragged right now, running up and down the court. A little out of control. Vargo is going to take a shot. Misses. And the rebound is to Field. Number 44 to Stoops. I think Eric Griffin got a foul on that. He did. Things are getting a bit ragged on the play on the floor right now. It's something that occurs in some of these games this year, that when you're playing a couple of teams that are fairly obviously mismatched. Although when Dave Slatke hears this tape, he's not going to agree with me, I'm sure. But we've got a foul now on the field, and we'll walk to the other end of the line. This game is much in the mold of the game over at Field. The only change is that Wadsworth doesn't quite have the 20-point lead it had around this time last that game. But everybody's walking the foul lines. Mark Carlson's shot is good. He will get a second. And he will get nothing but net on that one. Bears up 34-24, 10-point lead, 4:14 to play. Ball goes inside. Oh, a goaltending on Workman. He knocked that ball away from the top of the rim. Number 40 got that steal and the basket. Chris Saul, Pescio got credited with that goaltending charge. Grizzlies are playing very sloppily on the floor right now. They've got to settle that down in a hurry. And we're going to have a call of traveling violation on the Bears. Okay, Jeff Howard's checking out. Number 24, Kevin Seaman checks in for the Bears. Buckeye working the ball. Over to 44, Mike Stoops. Stoops back to Buckeye. And number 30, that's a charging foul, and there will be no basket, although it was a good one. The call in high school ball is that the charge automatically eliminates the basket. And the coach for the Falcons didn't appreciate that call, but that's the way it works. 3:30 to remain, 6-point lead by the Bears. Kevin Seaman with the ball. Over to Vargo. Vargo took a stutter step. And the Falcons are going to get the ball on possession. Right now, Coach Dick Prunty is urging his team on. He's standing up and clapping. We're getting them to play pretty good ball right now. Far cry from what they did the last time. But that ball was knocked out of bounds. Went off Dan Buckeye's hand last. The Grizzlies will take the ball out from the sideline. Oh. Mark Carlson's shot misses. Rebound Jeff Smith. Smith takes the ball to Buckeye. Buckeye takes a shot. Misses. 2 field Falcons underneath, but no Grizzlies down there. Danny Kaiser will pick up his 3rd foul for stopping a basket by number 30, Brian Bishop. Mike Slavke's checking back in. Show's first shot rims around the basket for nothing. The one problem Field seems to have is they've done nothing much at the foul line tonight. Now what's our problem? Let's see, we got the referees coming over to the bench to talk to the scorekeepers and the timers and whoever else. Someone up in the stands has a whistle and they are using it. That is clearly an unsportsmanlike and improper activity to occur. We're going to have another shot, whatever happens. Too many people stepped in bounds on that play. Double line violation. Field will take possession. That's a little different call also. I haven't seen that before tonight. Field inbounds the ball and travels with it. Grizzlies will take the ball out under the field basket. John Smith got called for traveling. Field's lining up into about a half-court press right now. They're going to try to trap at the line. And they've got a double team on it. Carlson picks the ball away from Vargo. Wide open, over, back to Workman. Workman to Vargo, outside the 3-point area right now. Carlson takes a little shot, misses, just rolls off the front of the rim. And I don't know who got that ball and knocked it out of bounds last, but I guess they're going to say that it's Wadsworth's ball out of bounds. Must have been off his number 32, Greg Muncie's hands. Foreplay in this ball game is, to put it mildly, a little sloppy right now. We're going to have to see, and it's not sloppy only on Wadsworth, it's both teams. There was a possession play. This time the ball will go to the Grizzlies. Number 14, Pearson. Number 50, Ramsey, check in for Wadsworth. And Field is going to change its defensive alignment a little bit here on this inbounds play. Travel by Kevin Seaman. He took a extra step after he stopped his pivot foot. 34-28, still the score, 2:19 remaining. Field brings the ball up court. Right off with number 40's hands. Chris Saul couldn't control the pass. In fact, he handled it like a hot potato right out of the baking oven. Carlson with the ball. Over to Ramsey out at the top of the key. Post guarding inside here. Nice work. Oh, almost steal. Carlson gets a open shot to the foul line and makes it. And let's see. I take it Field could not handle the opening play here coming in. Grizzlies making a few changes now again. A lot of players have been in this ball game already, and it's still not very smoothly played yet by either team. Kay to Carlson, back outside to Howard. Howard passes inside to Ramsey, who muscles up a layup shot, and maybe gets a little benefit of a continuation on that because he was fouled, I thought, while he was down going up, or down and prepared for that shot. But I'm sure right now the Grizzlies will take it. Builds a 10-point lead. And Ramsey will go to the line shooting for an 11-point lead. And he puts it in perfectly. 39-28, 1:44 to play. Field throws the ball away this time. Muncie could not control it going out of bounds. And Coach Richard Prunty's not happy about that field floor play. This has been a game where the coaches have been complaining all night about floor play, which is different anyway. Usually they're complaining about fouls that aren't called. Pearson passes to Howard. Howard takes it inside, tries to put it up. It does. Get it for the second shot. Number 44 with the ball. Mike Stoops misses. He's fouled. Foul is on Jeff Howard. His first foul for the evening. 41-28 the lead. Grizzlies a little bit comfortable right now, but far from where they were the first time these two teams played. Stoops makes his first shot. That gives him 8 points for the night. Takes the second, lines it up, misses it off to the right side of the basket. Grizzly rebound. Down court in the fast break. One thing they did, the field has done tonight, is take away the fast breaks. The Grizzlies had about 14 straight points on the fast breaks against them the first time around, and this time they're getting down floor much better. A little sloppy and a little walking violation. Field is getting down floor much quicker in the transition game in this one than they did the first time around, which means that they've evidently improved considerably since the start of the season. Pat Pearson will pick up a blocking foul on that call. And number 22, Brian Joyner, will go to the line, shoot 1 and 1.
Brian Joyner shoots 1 and 1.
45 seconds remain. That ball is off the front of the rim. Didn't even reach the basket. A foul is going to be called from behind on number 40, Chris Saul. Coach didn't approve of the foul, but Ramsey did hit the floor. Mark Carlson hit the floor on that, so almost had to be some kind of a call. Carlson will go to the line shooting his 1 and 1. This is, bounced off the front of the rim and into the basket. That's the kind of play my partner Bill Thompson would be talking about how the girls team never seems to get that kind of a break. Makes the second one.
2.
Grizzlies up 43-29. Wadsworth takes the ball away on that steal. Carlson's basket is good, and he gets fouled again. Going to the line to shoot another one.
Apparently you want the quality two. Two is up, Mike.
And nothing but net. Carlson is really hitting right now. He's got the hot hand for the Bears this quarter. They've needed every foul shot that he's been able to make. He's been perfect from the line so far. Field is throwing the ball away again. Grizzlies will take the ball out of bounds on the sideline right in front of the field bench. As the referee discusses the play with the coach from field, who is going to have to sit down here because he's in the 6-foot area. Jeff Howard's shot misses. 22 seconds remain. Carlson's basket is no good. Mike Slatke gets the rebound, crosses it in, and he will go to the foul line. Brian Pescio picks up his third foul. I haven't been able to keep track of how many fouls have been called, but there's at least three players with 3 fouls on them so far that have a lot of foul trouble in this game. Slatke misses his shot. Dave Hewitt gets a foul on that one for knocking the ball out of the hands of number 30, Brian Pescio. And Pescio will go to the line on the far side, shooting 1 and 1.
Foul on Dave Hewitt inside.
Pescio has made 1 foul shot out of 4 attempts so far tonight. And he didn't fare any better on that one, but number 32, Chris Muncie, picks the ball up, takes a shot, misses it, ball. Oh, Grizzlies were able to keep the ball in bounds. Carlson gets it over to Howard. Howard takes it around the top of the key. To Pearson. Pearson tries to pass inbounds, misses it, and the quarter is going to end with the Grizzlies ahead 48-29. And as the players walk off the floor, let's take a break and hear from our sponsors.
For all your sporting goods and silk screening needs, it's Pierce's Sports Shop in downtown Wadsworth. Baseball and softball equipment with team discounts available. Complete line of men's and women's swimsuits and accessories. Your connection for soccer with Umbro, Nike, and Adidas. Let us customize Russell sweatshirts, t-shirts, shorts, or hats for your group or company with our complete silk screening service. Pierce's Sports Shop, downtown Wadsworth.
Banner Headline News. Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These Banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations: Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet, Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet, Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet, Orville, making automotive news.
Okay, we're back. The 2 teams are getting their final instructions before walking out onto the court. The Falcons will get possession in the opening play of this thing, but we got a little, first thing, we're going to see if somebody can get themselves a free trip to Disneyland, as they did for the Disney World. He didn't make it, but he's going to get a lot of pizza because he hit the backboard. And he's also going to get the ball. He came out late to do that. I don't know. He apparently couldn't find Coach Dave Slatke's signature in the program quick enough. Okay, we're ready to start the second half here now with Field inbounding the ball, trailing 48-29. In a game much reminiscent of the first game, except the floor play hasn't been particularly strong, and I'm sure that's what both coaches have stressed at the intermission. That was a shot by number 32, Greg Muncie, who was off the rim. Howard gets a fast break layup on one of those beautiful feeds on shot. 2 points first, 2 points the second half, 50-29 the lead. Field down to number 30, bringing it back out to John Smith. Smith taking a 3-point shot, misses. Rebound to Eric Workman. Grizzlies bringing the ball up court. Another nice feed inside to Howard. Howard gets another layup off of it. Right now they're doing well on the fast breaks going down the court. Field with the ball. Muncie going to shoot from the foul line. Misses the shot. Hits the front rim. Referee did not see any contact, although the coach seemed to think there was some. Danny Kaiser's got the ball underneath, puts it up, misses. Now we're knocking everybody all over the place down there. We got 3 people on the ground, 4 people on the ground. And the Grizzlies will get possession on the jump ball called. Mark Carlson will take it out under his own basket. Wide open inside. Paul Vargo, but something happened here, and I'm not sure what. They called it back. I'm sure Vargo will not have as open a shot as he did that time. Inbounds, Carlson shooting just inside the 30-foot circle and makes it. (54-29). Nice ball. Put the ball up in the air. We got a foul now on Mark Carlson, and as he collided with Dan Buckeye going for a loose ball, Field will take the ball out of bounds. 6:35 remaining. Oh, fans are going to think that was an over and back, but it wasn't. Number 30, Carlson with the ball, passes off to Vargo, but he didn't get the ball through the picket fence thrown up by the Falcons. That ball rolled off Muncie's hand, Greg Muncie's hand from Field, and Wadsworth will take the ball out of bounds. Look right back to the kind of play we had in the first half. A wee mite sloppy on the floor. Kind of an indifferent pass inbounds there. Almost as though he didn't know it was there. Vargo was almost trapped and did throw the ball away. Muncie elbows Workman out of the way. Gets the ball down inside to number 20, Dan Buckeye. Ball goes out of bounds off his hands. Grizzlies will take it back. So far, outside of 3 shots by Wadsworth, nobody's come close to the basketball in this quarter so far. There's Howard. Feed inside, loses control of the ball. Howard picks it back up again. Takes it back out to Vargo, gets a shot from the foul line, and Hood puts it in. That's his first 2 points of the night. Grizzlies in a full court press. Double team right now on the ball. Muncie gets the ball across the timeline. Muncie standing on the 3-point circle. Going to take a shot from well inside the 3-point circle. Ball comes off to Vargo. On the rebound, Kaiser outside, who stutter-stepped a little, but this is shot. Workman, no, Carlson picks up the ball. Workman gets a shot, misses, rebound to Field. Tried to bounce pass there, number 22 there. Brian Joyner tried to bounce past Muncie. It was off of Vargo's foot. Ball goes out of bounds to Field. Side, good defensive work so far. Muncie finds himself open in the sidelines, misses again. I think the Field shooting percentages right now would reflect the very, very low rate. Number 30, Mark Carlson with that ball rolling around the rim, and it goes down finally. And Coach Dick Prunty wants a timeout from the Field Falcons. And once again, he's going to let his team understand that they are allowing the Grizzlies to get away with things he doesn't want them to do. As I mentioned earlier tonight, the Grizzlies are going to be home tomorrow night against the Central Howard Eagles. The game will start at 6 o'clock. I just checked it up and checked it in the book. That is a JV game will start at 6 o'clock. It'll be kind of interesting to see how the recent teacher strike over in Akron is going to affect the play, because during that period of time, at least as we understand it, none of these teams, none of the Akron City School teams were allowed to practice. Now, a couple nights ago, the Firestone Falcons, another group of Falcons, as a matter of fact, played Norton and handily defeated them, the Panthers. So it might be an interesting test tomorrow night to see how the Grizzlies are. Eric Workman's going to pick up a foul on that play. That's the team's second foul. Field's going to take the ball out of bounds. That's the third foul on Workman. He'll have to be a little more careful right now. It's 4:40 to play in the third quarter. Muncie with the ball. Muncie brings it back outside the Buckeye, around the horn, over to number 30 is in Brian Pescio right now. Back to number 40, Mike Stoops. 20 is Dan Buckeye. Buckeye is well guarded inside, tries a one-handed off-balance shot, misses, and the ball is rebounded by Danny Kaiser. And the Grizzlies are going to have a little soft layup by Mark Carlson. And Mark Carlson is then going to get a foul as he went for the ball and in the process knocked number 32, Greg Muncie, to the ground. Both teams are making a few changes. Carlson's going to get a little break here. Kevin Seaman comes in for the Bears. Dan Buckeye comes out and Mike Stoops are coming out for the Falcons. Right now, I'm not quite sure I understand that move. Although in this particular instance, neither one has been pretty effective in this third quarter. There's number 32, Muncie with the ball, takes a shot, finally gets one away and makes the basket. That's the first basket of the second half for the Falcons. Score 60-31, 3:43 remaining. Jeff Howard's shot misses, but Dan Kaiser picks the rebound and puts it back up and in. That's Kaiser's 7th point of the night. Okay, the Grizzlies are keeping the field pretty much controlled in the background. There comes another pass, a bad pass inside. Ball will go over to the Grizzlies. Muncie was going to shoot and then saw a teammate down close and tried to pass off. The ball went off. The teammate wasn't expecting it. The ball went out of bounds. Okay, the ball inside. Kaiser's going to bring it up and take a shot from inside the three-point circle, and we're going to have a foul called by somebody well, it's going to be called on Jeff Howard of the Grizzlies. That's the 4th foul on the Bears. There are no fouls on field in this quarter. There's been no fouls on this field, as they say, this half. So the next foul the Grizzlies commit, field will be in a 1-on-1 bonus situation. Not that their foul shooting's been particularly good tonight, but it may get them into the game if they can manage to get that place. I rather doubt it at a 31-point deficit right now. The Grizzlies have doubled the score. That was a shot by Greg Muncie, 2 points on the board for the Falcons. Seaman brings the ball across the timeline over to Paul Vargo. Vargo down deep inside to Howard. Howard puts the ball up off balance, misses it. Grizzlies fail to get the rebound, but Field promptly throws the ball right out of bounds. They had a man deep whom I couldn't see. There's a post here, one spot in the floor, and that's going to be called kicking the ball by number 22, Brian Joyner. And the Grizzlies are going to make a wholesale change right now and give a lot of people a lot of time to rest. 2:18 to play, 62-33 to score. In theory, as we said earlier tonight, this ball game is over now, but we've got another 8 minutes and another 10 minutes, 18 seconds to play. And Mike Slavke takes a shot, misses. The ball is rebounded by Field, and I think, let's see, Paul Vargo is going to get hammered with a foul on that play. It's his second. Number 40, Chris Saul will go to the line for the Falcons. Saul has 1 basket tonight, 2 points. The Falcons' foul shooting right at the moment is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 misses, and only 7 hits out of 18 shots. It's not very good. And that improved the average a little bit by rolling around long enough to be able to find the net. Gets a second shot. This will be his trying for his 4th point. And he makes it. Okay, they have the Fields who foul shooting improved just a bit there, at least the percentage did. Foul on number 12, John Smith, going over the back of Paul Vargo. That's the first foul on Field tonight. The second half ball will go out of bounds. The Grizzlies will have to bring it in from about 3/4 of the court if anybody remembers to come down here and pick the ball up. I think they were thinking they were going to the foul line. Kevin Seaman is fouled on that play by number 40, Chris Saul. And the Bears will take the ball out of bounds again. That's 2 fouls in quick succession on Field. Hasn't done them one bit of good so far. Hasn't done the Wadsworth any good either, since they haven't made the foul shot. They haven't got any foul shots out of it. Vargos takes the ball inbound, passes to Ewan, gets called for traveling. I thought he got the ball away before he took the steps. The referee disagreed with me. And right now they're changing a few players around on the floor. The Falcons going to bring the ball in. They put half-court pass. And Mike Slavke will pick up the foul for trying to force him out of bounds with the ball. Body foul. That's his second foul. As we said, Field will be in the 1-on-1 situation right now. Brian Joyner will go to the line. And rolls the ball around the rim. Hewitt takes the rebound. Ay, 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 ay. And Dave Slavke did not like that pass. That was one of those little passes that had lots of potential for both, and it turned out bad. Defense harassing very well. Number 24 took the shot. Misses, going to get his own rebound, get a second shot. That was Mark Lux. Didn't have any luck on that play. Hewitt rebound, ball goes down to Vargo. Vargo makes the basket. And that's a little roll block. The referee would like to have a foul. Didn't see a foul there. Vargo gets another fast break basket. And his 6th point of the night. Mark Luck still hasn't had any luck. That's his 3rd shot. Still nothing going in. Oh! I think we got to have a little fight here started right on that, because they just grabbed the leg and they called a foul. Number 50 is going to go to the line for the Falcons. I don't see a 50 on my sheet here, but and I don't see a 50 anywhere listed for the Falcons on either the varsity or the JV. So whoever this gentleman is, good luck to him. And he couldn't shoot a foul shot any better than the rest of them. Now we're having a little discussion. We had another foul called on Field that time. falls on Richard Fox, so that's the team's third foul. Wadsworth takes the ball out of bounds under the basket. Pearson with the ball. Down to Hewitt. Hewitt with the ball. Comes back outside to Doug Beeman. Kevin Seaman on the three-point play. Seaman had a good open shot there. I'm surprised he didn't take it. And now we're hammering around inside. Seaman gets the foul call, and the Falcons will go to the line again. Quite frankly, tonight, if the Falcons should make their foul shots, they'd be dangerous, but they're not very dangerous doing what they're doing here. Yeah, let's see, number 22, Brian Joyner will go to the line. He will be getting his fifth foul opportunity. And he misses that one. It's another 1-and-1 the Falcons have missed. Field takes the ball away from Wadsworth on that floor play. Number 22 is Joyner is hit once again. Davis for Mike Slaggy gets the foul. Joyner goes back to the line. .31 seconds remaining to play in the quarter. Let's see, I think Joyner gets 2 shots this time. That's the Betsy. And he missed the first one just like he has the last 3. But he makes the second one. That gives him 3 points for the night, all on foul shots. Fast breakdown. Doug Beeman puts the layup in. Long pass, an easy, lazy layup for the Bears. 68-38 to score. 21 seconds to play in the third quarter. Joyner with the ball. Back outside, the ball to John Smith. Smith's shot is off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies on the fast break again. John Smith put it right into Beeman's hands, but Beeman slows the game down for the last shot. Pearson takes a walk. 3 seconds to play. Field will inbound the ball. And we're going to get 5 more players for Field are coming off the bench to get into the ball game. In fact, this is something I haven't seen for a long, long time in a basketball game. The whole team is being substituted for him at one time. Last time I saw it, a school named Summit Country Day in Columbus at the state basketball tournament several years ago. And the third quarter ends 68-38. We'll take a word from our sponsor.
Banner Headline News. Banner Auto Group is making automotive news in Northeast Ohio with a selection of over 1,200 vehicles with low, low prices and special savings of $100 off your monthly payment. These Banner savings and more at all 3 convenient locations, Talmadge, Wadsworth, and Orville. Visit your nearest Banner Auto Group dealership now and save.
The Banner Auto Group. Star Chevrolet, Talmadge, Perry Chevrolet, Wadsworth, Banner Chevrolet, Orville, making automotive news.
These guys left me out of all the jam sessions. But now, since I went to Pearson Sports Shop, they put me in a pair of Nike Air Force 3s. Now I'm playing the lead.
Play the lead with Air Force 3s.
On the 19th, 20th, and 21st of January, Pierce's Sports Shop will be holding their before inventory sale. Help Pierce's reduce their inventory by taking advantage of 25% off their stock. Some restrictions may apply.
Okay, we're back for the final 8 minutes. Sorry, my teeth got in the way of my drums there. We are now, Field rebounds the ball. And here we go for the last shot contest. 44, Mike Stoops makes the basket for the Falcons. Started off the last quarter better than the third quarter. 68-40 the lead for the Grizzlies, 7:40 to play. And this game is just about, well, it's already out of hand. There's no way Field is going to come back now. Unless the Grizzlies keep turning the ball over like that. Now we're at the point where we're just having turnover after turnover coming out here. make some changes in the lineup. Well, we have a little bumping contest. Mike Sladke comes up with the ball for the Bears. Ball's thrown away right away. Number 20, Brett Ramsey's going to get a foul here. Number 20, Dan Buckeye, is going to go to the foul line. He will be shooting his 1-and-1 shot. This will be his second attempt at the foul line this evening. He missed in his only other attempt. Again, but rebound by number 32, Greg Muncie. Is good, cuts the lead to 68-42. 7 minutes to play. Mike Sladke and number 22, Rick Nettle, playing the ball outside. 34, Nettles gets a chance from the corner, misses. Doesn't take it, moves the ball back to Pat Pearson outside. We're going to have a foul call here on Mike Sladke, and I think that might be his fourth of the evening. Let's see what they call. Yes, that is his fourth. Mike Stoops will go to the line for the Falcons. Stoops was held scoreless in the third quarter. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points for the evening. 11 points for the evening. And he makes his first one after the ball decided to go in instead of spin back out. Sometimes it's like the ball has a mind of its own. Made the second one with no problem whatever. Score is now 68-44. Kaiser brings the ball to Nettles. Nettles brings the ball back out to the front. Double teamed out front. The Workman to Pearson, back to Nettles. And the Grizzlies are setting up against the 1-3-1 zone or 1-2-2 zone right now. Now they're switching to man-to-man. Bringing it to Workman. Shot from the foul line is missed. Falcons rebound. And the ball will come over to the Falcons. Derek Workman was out of bounds, stepped back in, touched the ball. There isn't any question about that being an out-of-bounds play. Unlike some of the things we've seen in pro football this year, this might be an interesting rule that they might adopt in that game, I think. Number 32, and that's Greg Muncie. Down, Kaiser went down. Everybody's going down in this game. There's 2 more laying on the floor. Who gets the foul this time? Okay, Brian Pescio gets the foul, and Brett Ramsey will go to the foul line for the Bears. It's amazing how many bodies are laying on this hardwood tonight. Ramsey sinks his first shot. That gives him 8 points for the evening. And makes his second. 9 points for the evening. Now I think we have a timeout here, and that's a problem. Okay, Field will bring the ball back inbounds. I don't know what the scoreboard clock went off on, but it did go off. 68-46 to score. Both sides will be in a 1-and-1 after this. Out of bounds to silence. Now wait a minute, now we're having another explanation. Field went out of bounds one time, now a correctable error. Whatever that means. Okay. Dan Kaiser brings the ball down court, loses the ball off his leg, but they're going to say the Grizzlies touched it last, and Field will bring the ball inbounds under its own basket. Back to Buckeye. Down to John Smith. Smith from the three-point range misses the ball. Nettles tried to pick it off, and he was the last one to touch it, according to the official. So Field will take the ball inbounds again. Back to Smith. Smith around to Buckeye. Buckeye down to number 30, Brian Pescio. Pescio back out to Mike Stoops. Stoops is going to the basket, but he's going to get called for traveling since the ball went up and hit him on top of the head on his dribble. I must admit I've seen a lot of strange things occurring in this ball game tonight, but it's much like the first one around. We saw some weird things over there too. (68, 48, and 46, 5:12 to play. Field with the ball on a steal. And now that might be a blocking foul called on Eric Workman, who I thought had both of his feet planted and was run over. But the referee didn't see that way. And number 30, Brian Pescio, who hadn't got much worse for that little collision, is going to go to the foul line. Misses his first shot as usual. And the Grizzlies will take a shot. Jeff Howard's shot is missed. The ball is off the field hands. And the Grizzlies are going to bring the ball inbounds. Dan Kaiser will inbounds it. We're going to get a change here. Number 40, Chris Saul's coming in for Pescio for the Falcons. Jeff Howard with the ball, back out to Rick Nettles playing the point guard position right now. Danny Kaiser takes a little soft 15-footer and makes it. Steal by Nettles. Number 20, Howard on the layup. And we now get a foul, this time on Nettles. So number 12, I think, John Smith will go to the line. Shot. And he misses his first one, which is beginning to sound like a broken record here. They don't make broken records anymore, I guess. Bad pass, it bounced off of a player right up to another teammate. The foul's called. Jeff Howard will go to the foul line. We're in a one-on-one situation now for both teams. 4:29 remaining, 72-46 to score. There wasn't much doubt in this one to start this ball game, and there's a lot less of it right now, although practically everybody who came to watch the game is still here. Jeff Howard makes his first one. Howard makes his second one. That gives him 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 points for the evening. He's had a good night. Spread his points through every period. Field bringing the ball up. Grizzlies are sort of harassing around right now on the ball carrier. Number 12, John Smith puts that basket in. That's his 6th point of the evening. Ball goes out of bounds on the long pass, and Field will take possession, bringing the ball down the court under their own basket for the inbound play. Field making some moves again, changing some players around. There's only one member of the Field squad that we haven't seen tonight. He's very popular over at Fields, but I think we'll probably see him in the last couple of minutes. When he went on over in field, it was to a standing ovation. Okay, the ball is back out front. Right now, that's Brian Joyner with the ball over to Richard Fox. Fox around to Muncie. Muncie's going to take the shot. Misses off the front rim. Kaiser with the rebound. The Grizzlies are going to slow things down just a little bit. Kevin Seaman down court. Vargo is trapped down there by 3 players. Number 50, the man I don't have a name for, gets the foul. I'm looking at both the officials' lineups for both these squads, and there is no 50 listed on either of the lineups that we have printed in our books. So who they are, good question. We're going to see a couple of changes here. Okay, number 12, Vargo makes his first shot. Grizzlies are going to bring in some players right now, including number 44. That's Carlos Font, a Spanish exchange student who hasn't seen an awful lot of action this year, but he's going to be coming into this ball game just as he did over field. Muncie's going to take and force a shot up, misses a shot, but he's going to get fouled in the process. 3:35 to play, 76-48 the game. Muncie gets a 2-shot foul, I think, on that. Made it. First one. And the second one. He's the only field Falcon not to miss a foul shot that's had more than one opportunity tonight. Grizzlies have the ball down court. Mike Sladke playing the point guard position. Rick Nettles, or rather Kevin Seaman, gets called for traveling. Score 76-50, 3:20 to play. Brian Joyner with the ball. Number 32, Muncie takes the shot, misses the basket, the rim, and the whole backboard. And now we're seeing a couple substitutions for the Bears. That's number 14, Pat Pearson, number 52. Doug Beeman is coming in. I think the fans are a little disappointed that Carlos hasn't made it in here yet, but I think he'll be in shortly. Paul Vargo will go to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Nothing but net on the first one. Nothing but net on the second one. Now Pearson comes in to replace Vargo. They stopped the play long enough to make the exchange. Beal brings the ball up court. Richard Fox controlling the ball. Fox to Muncie. Muncie's outside the point circle. We got to travel. Oh, we got a foul underneath. And a foul is going to be called on number 50 for Field. We just got a name. The public addressing man called him Greg Jenkins. And believe it or not, there's no Greg Jenkins listed in the program at all. But we'll take it. Brett Ramsey misses his foul shot. Field rebounds, brings the ball up court. 22. That's Brian Joyner. Jenkins loses control of the ball inside. Down the fast break lane to Carlson. Carlson's going to bring it back outside and slow things up a little. Inside to Ramsey, misses a wide open layup shot. And Mike Sladke gets a foul on the rebound. And fouls out of the ball game. I believe that's his fifth. The fans from the Grizzlies are giving Carlos Todd, a Spanish exchange student, a standing ovation here as he comes into the ball game tonight. Mark Carlson goes out. That is 5 fouls on young Sladke. He will be going out of the lineup. And they're going to be replacing him with number 24, Kevin Seaman. 2:26 remaining, 78-50 the score. Number 32, that's Greg Muncy at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. And he puts his first one in. As I said, he's the only one that's perfect from the foul line so far. And if that jinxes him, so be it. It didn't. He made it. 78-52. Dave Hewitt with the ball for the Bears. DeFont over and back outside. Beeman's got the ball. Right now it looks like Field is content to sit back and let Wadsworth play around out in front. This ball game, I guess, is considered out of reach. Number 52, Doug Beeman. Three-point play. First three-point play for Beeman tonight. And we're going to see the young gentleman I spoke about from Field coming into this ball game in a moment. I believe Carlos Font just committed a foul. He did. His first foul of the evening. And once more, Muncy will go to the line. Shooting, I believe, a 1-and-1 this time around. Made the first one. Made the second one. 81-54 the score. Font with the ball, back across over to Pearson. Pearson gets, oh, that's interesting. Let's see, the ball was clearly in the control of Jenkins, and Seaman tried to take it away from him through his legs, I guess. And they both wound down on the ground, and Seaman gets a foul. And young Roy Hawthorne comes in for the Field Falcons with 1:45 to play. That means that everybody on the bench for both teams will have seen some action tonight. He pulled out his leading scorer, Muncy, to replace him with Hawthorne. Jenkins goes to the line, makes his first shot. That gives him 1 point for the evening. Makes his second, gives him 2. Grizzlies bring the ball inbounds. Seaman working against the double team to Hewitt down underneath. Hewitt going to pass the ball to Font. Font across court to Beeman. Beeman's shot is wide. Hewitt takes the rebound right off the air out of Hawthorne's hands. Because Hewitt has a slight weight advantage, slight height advantage. And everybody's getting hammered with nobody getting called. Finally, Beeman hits the floor. He gets the foul, and Jenkins gets the foul call. Beeman will go to the line. He will be shooting 2. makes the first one. Makes the second one. Hawthorne's pass down to number 22, Joyner. Joyner's going to put it in the air, taken out of the air by Dave Hewitt after it misses everything under the sun. Now we get a double dribble call on Hewitt. 1:06 remaining, 83-56 to score. The outcome of this game long since in doubt. Not in doubt, I should say. 24 to Joyner. Joyner puts the ball up in the air. Phelps his final point total tonight. Font with the ball, passes the ball to Beeman. Beeman to Seaman. Seaman is hammered down underneath the basket. And he will shoot 2 at the line. Misses the first one. Walks back off the line, going to reconcentrate, set himself up. 46 seconds remaining. Makes the second one off the front of the rim. And the Falcons bring the ball up court. Fox with the ball right now, gets it taken away from Beeman. Fox going to get an opportunity to get the score. 2 points for Firestone. Fans are going wild right now with 30 seconds to play in the contest. Ball is off Doug Beaton's knee. There's a standing ovation on the part of the student body down here for that last basketball game. Number 10, Fox, with his first 2 points of the night. Cuts the score to 86-60, 11 seconds to play. The Bears have this one sort of wrapped up here, but they've just thrown the ball away, get it picked the pocket. I think we're going to play around on the floor here. The final score of this contest, 86-60, in favor of Wadsworth. I'll give you some quick statistics here. These are unofficial scoring stats. Greg Jenkins of Field finished with 2. Richard Fox finished with 2. John Smith with 6. Dan Buckeye with 2. Brian Joyner with 2, 3, 5 points. Brian Pesho with 3 points. Greg Muncie with 21 points. Chris Saul with 4 points. Mike Stewart finished tonight with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 points. Neil Falcons for the Grizzlies. Paul Vargo finished tonight with 10 points. Pat Pearson with 2. Jeff Howard with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 points to Jeff Howard. 2 points for Carlos Font. 1 point for Kevin Seaman. Mark Carlson finished with 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21 points, including a perfect night at the foul line, 5 for 5. Eric Workman had 5 points this evening. Danny Kaiser had 5, 7, 9 points. Brent Ramsey finished the evening with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points. Doug Beeman finished with 3, 6, 8 points. Mike Slatke with 4 points. Dave Hewitt did not score, and neither did Rick Neville for this contest for the Bears. And as the fans are starting to leave the arena here tonight, I think it's time for us to break up. Once again, the Grizzlies finished the game 86-60, picked up another win to stay on top of it, at least by a 1-game lead over the Hudson Hornets and the top of the Explorers, or top of the Indians. They at least have a 1-game lead in the Suburban League with tonight's continued win. We will be back next week for some action, but right now this is Charlie Ackerman signing off, saying good night.
is brought to you by Tony Perry Chevrolet and Pierce's Sports Shop of Wadsworth.
Cloudy, 19 degrees, 56% humidity, winds northwest 15, barometer 30.32, wind chill temperature of -6. Radar at 11 o'clock was showing no precipitation. The flurries around the state are too light for radar detection.
You are listening to Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service. Station KDO94, originating from the Akron-Canton Regional Airport in North Canton, Ohio. From the Weather Service, I'm Ted Deegan. Winter made a return call to the Buckeye State today with snow falling over much of the state. The snow caused some driving problems over the north as wake effect squalls dumped 1 to 2 inches of snow on roadways and caused some occasional whiteouts. The snow should be ending over the north by midnight with as much as 2 to 4 inches in the snow belt areas of the northeast. High pressure will move rapidly into the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley areas, and the weather should improve rather rapidly. The latest weather map shows low pressure now off the New England coast, with high pressure centered over Illinois dominating much of the western half of the nation. The detailed forecast for the northeastern area of Ohio, including Akron, Canton, Youngstown, and surrounding communities. Scattered flurries ending tonight, then becoming partly cloudy, the low 10 to 15. Partly sunny and cold Saturday, a high near 30. Clear Saturday night, a low around 20. Sunny and warmer Sunday, a high 40 to 45. 50% chance of snow tonight, near 0% Saturday night and Sunday. Wind northwest diminishing to around 10 miles an hour tonight, and westerly less than 10 miles an hour Saturday, becoming southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour later in the day. The further extended outlook for Ohio. For Monday through Wednesday, calls for fair weather on Monday, a chance of rain Tuesday, a chance of snow Wednesday. Morning lows in the mid-20s to mid-30s Monday and Tuesday, and in the 20s on Wednesday. Highs in the 40s to low 50s Monday and Tuesday, and mainly in the 30s on Wednesday. At 11 o'clock, the skies are variably cloudy across Ohio. Cleveland partly cloudy 20, Youngstown snow flurries 18, Toledo clear 20, Columbus flurries 26, Cincinnati clear 26, Zanesville cloudy 28, Chesapeake partly cloudy 29. Akron, Canton, partly cloudy, 19 degrees, 56% humidity, winds northwest 15, barometer 30.32, wind chill temperature of -6. Radar at 11 o'clock was showing no precipitation. The flurries around the state are too light for radar detection. You are listening to Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service. Station KDO94, originating from the Akron-Canton Regional Airport in North Canton, Ohio. From the Weather Service, I'm Ted Deegan. Winter made a return call to the Buckeye State today with snow falling over much of the state. The snow caused some driving problems over the north as wake effect squalls dumped 1 to 2 inches of snow on roadways and caused some occasional whiteouts. The snow should be ending over the north by midnight with as much as 2 to 4 inches in the snow belt areas of the northeast. High pressure will move rapidly into the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley areas, and the weather should improve rather rapidly. The latest weather map shows low pressure now off the New England coast, with high pressure centered over Illinois dominating much of the western half of the nation. The detailed forecast for the northeastern area of Ohio, including Akron, Canton, Youngstown, and surrounding communities. Scattered flurries ending tonight, then becoming partly cloudy, the low 10 to 15. Partly sunny and cold Saturday, a high near 30. Clear Saturday night, a low around 20. Sunny and warmer Sunday, a high 40 to 45. 50% chance of snow tonight, near 0% Saturday night and Sunday. Wind northwest diminishing to around 10 miles an hour tonight, and westerly less than 10 miles an hour Saturday, becoming southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour later in the day.
Factor for them if he comes to camp next year. Looks like he's been on my diet.
He's a big man.
First and 10.
He's got the biggest shoulder pads in the history of the Cleveland Browns organization, 5XL. Chip Banks had the biggest set prior to him, 3XL.
Special made.
Ooh.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. Uh-oh. Massey driver coughs up the football, and the Bengals, Tony Catchings, number 56, was there. There's Catchings, who played at the University of Cincinnati.
Let's take one more look at the big Boz on that play. He just blows off the football, takes it up downfield. Look at the hit that he puts on Tim English, knocks him back about 3 or 4 yards downfield with one big thrust of that right arm. That's one big man.
And we will take a timeout with the score 34-0.
Fancy perfuming aftershave. It's got to be a quarterback's locker. Real guys who get mud on their uniforms use rugged, honest stuff. Ice Blue Aqua Velva.
There's something about today's Aqua Velva, man.
So you still think linemen are dumb?
Delta Airlines flight attendant Irene Lockwoody loves to fly.
Are you still here?
My son was supposed to meet me.
Well, I'll wait with you.
That kid is always late.
What she loves most are the people she meets.
He must have gotten caught in the rain.
He was even born late.
Ma! Irene is what Delta's all about.
Irene.
Yes?
Are you married?
Yep. 2 kids.
Play it again, Joey.
We love to fly and it shows. Look, they're my parents, and I tell you, they're acting different. I mean, they go dancing. Herbert and Jane dancing. I know, Mother thinks it's fun. She wears eye makeup now. I don't know what's gotten into them. Whose is this? Why don't they act their age?
To help them get more out of life, people are eating better. Some have found Kellogg's Product 19, 100% of 12 vitamins and minerals. Feel good about yourself.
Tennis? They don't play tennis.
Feel like 19 again.
Your face takes enough abuse, so you need the Gillette Good News Plus disposable. Its Lubra-Smooth strip is designed to reduce irritation, so shaving feels so good. Good News Plus.
Mr. Lapham, I'm wondering, is that the low first down total in the history of the Bengals?
It's got to be. I hope it is. 27 first downs for the Browns, and Ozzie Newsome's real happy about those 27 first downs, and only 3 for the Bengals. I can't think of a game where there were any less recorded than that.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Adrian Breen on the run. Breen out of Moorhead. Stop made by 95, David Grayson. Grayson, the right outside linebacker. Grayson's dad was a defensive back with the Raiders. He's out of Fresno State. There are the stats on Breen in 87. 7 minutes remaining to be played. Browns have this one. They lead it 34-0. They were up 24-0 at halftime.
Bengals last gasp here to get on that scoreboard and avoid that goose egg.
2nd down 9. Tweet going in motion, number 84. The handoff to Mark Logan. Logan gets to the 42-yard line, wrapped up there by Mick Miller. There's Sam Weish. He'll be 43 years old in January. 40,179 in attendance here. A good many of them have headed home with a score on the board. Don't you head anywhere, because we've got San Diego and the Raiders, Denver and Kansas City coming up for you. Doubleheader day on NBC. And Breen trying to get it to Rodney Tweet, number 84. Penalty marker went down. Tim Crawford, 55, the linebacker over there.
I think quite obvious pass interference call, just draped over Rodney Tweet's back.
Number 41 defense.
Call against Troy Wilson, number 41.
He did not. He played the ball, but he played the ball right through Rodney Tweet. You can't do that. And here's Tweet, split out to the right, just takes it, makes it look like he's going to run a fly pattern and breaks it off and gets a little bit of separation right through Tweet to the football. You can't do that. You can't have that contact before the ball arrives to the defender.
1st and 10 at the 29. Getting about a yard on the play at most. David McCluskey, the rookie from Georgia. Mike Rusinek made the stop. You know, Dave, you're not supposed to, when you come into the booth for NBC, root for either side, but I kind of like to see the Bengals score here. It'd be nice for these people.
It would. I think the replacement players would sure like to score. I don't think they'd they'd like to leave with a bitter taste in their mouth of being shut out. Potentially the last football game a lot of these guys are going to play in the National Football League.
Adrian Breen is the quarterback. That's Logan going in motion. Breen on the run. And Breen down the sidelines, close to a first down at the 20-yard line. Nick Miller, 52, on the tackle, and shoving over there on the far side as we have 5.5 minutes remaining.
Adrian Breen went to high school locally, Roger Bacon High School in Cincinnati, and he knows what this rivalry is about. And there was a case of reckless abandon. He tucked the football down and ran to the sideline.
Then unnecessary roughness, number 95 defense. First down.
David Grayson charged with the unnecessary roughness, and it's going to set up a first down just inside the 10-yard line.
What Breen did when he got to that sideline, rather than tiptoeing out of bounds, he lowered his head and shoulder like a fullback and tried to run some people over.
It is first and goal to go, and the faithful that are left here at Riverfront are extolling this club to score. Let's see if they can do it. Opportunity there. Mark Logan wide open at the 3-yard line, might have been able to get in with it. Troy Wilson had the coverage, but pass was thrown a little behind him. He had to spin around, and well, too bad.
Too bad. It was there. He had to do a complete 360 to try to get to the football. It was a catchable football, though, and as he worked his way back to the huddle, you could see a little bit of a limp in his gait, so something's bothering that ankle area.
Goes wide to the right. That's Pleasant, set to the left side. And coming this way, Logan out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Nick Miller, 52. Penalty marker down. Miller making the tackle. They tried to show a little reverse on that play, didn't they?
That's right. I don't think the Browns really paid much attention to that fake.
This penalty will go against Cincinnati. Total yards so far today. Browns 388, Bengals 100.
I'm glad to see him break that century mark. Get into those triple figures. I was worried about that for the sake of Sam.
Tripping, number 58 offense, still second down.
A trip charged against the center, Sam Manos. Manos out of Marshall University from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Now they're facing second down, goal to go at the 20-yard line. And from the shotgun. And, no flag. Well, I thought there might be. Enos Jackson, 35, had the coverage on Greg Meehan, 85. And it was close. Here it is.
Meehan works his way, releases off the line of scrimmage. We're saying that the contact was simultaneous with the ball arriving. No penalty on Enos Jackson. I guess, good call. I don't know. I guess you might think that the referees might be influenced by the fact that the Bengals are trying to get on the scoreboard, but that can't be the case in the National Football League. You got to call it as you see it.
Third and goal. Again from the shotgun, Adrian Breen going downfield, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. Greg Meehan fell to the AstroTurf, came up with the ball, and a lot of folks thought it was a score. Alvin Horn, number 40, had the coverage.
Greg Meehan must have just trapped the football. The ball hit the turf just as he got his hands down there, made his release to the outside on Jackson, Enos Jackson, number 35 this time. The ball's already airborne. Meehan dives, extends for it. The ball does hit the turf right at his knees and bounce right up into his legs, and he cradles it, but he knew right away. He never disputed the call.
Fourth and goal to go from the 20-yard line. They don't care anything about a field goal. They want to get 6. And down goes Adrian Breen. Mike Rusinek, the nose tackle, making the stop, and it thwarts a chance for the Bengals to get on the board. those who are left here are now headed for the parking lots.
Streaming for the exits. But you have to give the Cleveland Browns an enormous amount of credit. They executed. Marty Schottenheimer was a little bit concerned about his veterans' conditioning and the lack of continuity, maybe mixing the veterans in with the replacement players, but that surely hasn't been the case. They played a fine football game this afternoon.
I think most of the coaches feel that once they get their folks back and they have a practice or two under their belt and hopefully a win or two under their belt, that things will get back to normal. Stacy Driver carrying the football there across the 25-yard line. Jeff Smith, 76 on the tackle. Coming up, of course, more National Football League action for you. We've got the Chargers at the Raiders and the Broncos at the Chiefs. Marty Schottenheimer, once an assistant with the Portland Storm in the WFL. Better than 40,000 came out on a beautiful day here in Cincinnati to see this rivalry. Stacy Driver again, the cards stacked against the Bengals, and it's 34-0 for the Browns. I want to mention Art Modell and his philosophy. He let go of the purse strings in handling the whole situation. We'll talk about that in a moment. The Jets have got the lead over Miami. New England beating Houston. Chicago holding on against New Orleans. Pittsburgh beating Indianapolis. Seattle rolling over Detroit. Tampa Bay leading Minnesota. Rams with Atlanta. Atlanta's come back in that one. Philadelphia and Green Bay are 10-10. Danielson looking on there. It is 3rd down and 6. Christensen throws, and it is caught for a first down. What a fine catch by Perry Kemp. I don't know how he held on to that ball the way he was banged by Chris Barber, number 35.
He's suffering the consequences of that hit right now. Still prone on his back down the field. They're checking him out right now medically.
We have 3:02 remaining to be played, and the Browns lead it 34-0.
These days, people talk a lot about truth in labeling. At Budweiser, we started our own truth in labeling program over 100 years ago. And what was true 100 years ago is still true today. Budweiser, the king of beers.
With Dave Lapham, Jay Randolph here at Riverfront. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Browns. Hand off to Stacy Driver from Jeff Christensen, who's now at the quarterback slot. Gain just over the 40-yard line. 2.5 minutes to play.
It's good to see that center Mike Catalin, number 62 for the Cleveland Browns, has returned to the football game. He's the young man who was injured in the first half, hyperextended that left knee. Must not have been very serious because he's back in there for some final action.
Second down and 8. And a whistle and timeout called. Mason, or no, that's Driver. Driver's shaken up. Stacy Driver's shaken up. 2:11 remaining, as you see. You're talking about Art Modell. Great sportsman and the owner.
It is not a charge timeout as we have an injury on the
Cleveland
field.
Club. No charge timeout here with this injury. But Modell, he loosened up the purse strings in the situation with his replacement players.
He certainly did. His philosophy was the lowest salary on his team prior to the strike was $80,000 a year. So he felt that these replacement players out representing the city of Cleveland should be paid at least that $80,000 minimum salary that his regular team had earned.
There's Mr. Modell's box. I imagine he's headed downstairs to get